up in the White House, man. Who knows, right? But those your politicians, man, your religious leaders, your Christian leaders, your imams, your Buddhist monk leaders, whatever you want to bring to the table. Those are the people who actually hate women. In the Israelite school of UPK, we love our sisters, man. We love them enough to tell them the truth, of the Bible, and to tell them what they need to hear so that we can survive and bring about this kingdom, man. You understand? So tonight, we gonna give reverence and we're gonna learn about a sister, man, a very important sister by the name of Esther. Her name in Hebrew would be Hadassah. Hadassah, if I'm saying that right or wrong, Yanazar, correct me. Right? Hasathar. There we go. I knew he had it. Hasathar. Man. Before we do that though, I do want to take a second to I was kind of trying to wait for the sisters outside, but seeing as they still outside, I just want the brothers to give a salute, man, to the sisters right here in Durham, North Carolina that's been holding it down, man. I want you brothers to imagine the saw turning face of sisters. We're going to do this in the beginning of class and at the end of the class, man, because you sisters are very important to us in the Israelite School of UPK. You mean everything to Commander General Yohana, and of course you mean everything to us. Some of you sisters are married to some of the brothers in here, or just brothers who may not even be here, but the work that y'all do, understand the food that y'all cook, the counsels that y'all have to endure, the things that you have to suffer to stay a righteous sister in this truth, man, and to not cause harm and strife to your brothers that's working in this house, man, that is something that is so glorious, man, and don't ever think that it's underappreciated. We appreciate y'all sisters, man, because without y'all, this house would be that much harder to hold up, man. You understand? So I want y'all to really understand that, no matter what the world says about us, we love y'all more than you could ever imagine, man. Men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Amitim, Barak, Yahweh, should be our shot, Salaki. Go ahead, look. Go ahead, sisters. Most High in Christ. Y'all give it up for the sisters, man. Your sharp, y'all can be seated. All right, let's get into it, man. Where was we at? First Corinthians 14 and 34. First Timothy. Did y'all finish it? We finished it? Yeah. All right, no sweat. Let's get into it. Let's go to the book of Esther. All right, we're gonna start in the beginning. Of course, for those who have not been in the truth or have never heard of the Feast of Purim, this is a 2-part class, man. It's the opening of the Feast of Purim, and tomorrow night at sundown will be the closing of the Feast of Purim. So the class will be taught in 2 parts. We'll go over half of the story tonight, and the next night, you understand, the second half and the ending of the story will be taught. Let me know who's reading.
Come on, sir. I am.
Give me Esther chapter 1. Let's start at verse 1.
Come. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus.
Asherus. Hold on one second. Let me get there with you. All right, read it again.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over to Ethiopia.
Come on.
Over 107 and 20 provinces.
So Asherus is who? Who we commonly know Asherus as? Yanazar?
In the world, we know him as Xerxes.
This is Xerxes. This is the son of Darius, right? Ashereth, he ruled from like it says in the scriptures from Persia, from India all the way to Persia, right? He had an army that would shake the grounds. This king, he was so mighty. You understand? A lot of you may have seen the movie 300, right? Where Xerxes went against Spartan, Leonidas and the Spartans or whatever. That is something that actually took place, and that man is the man that we're reading about today, right? He was the king of Persia. Keep going.
Verse 2, that in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace, verse 3, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants. The power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces being before him.
And so now Xerxes is throwing his party. He got all of this power. He done conquered all of these nations. And now he's getting ready to throw a party for all of his princes, right? The princes are the men, his noblemen, the friends that he have under him that he's giving power to. And Xerxes is about to do something that sisters don't specifically like for brothers to do, but he's about to do it, right? Keep going.
Verse 4, when he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty, many days, even 180 days. Verse 5.
Salaka, can y'all give him a little bit more on the mic? Salaka, can y'all give him a little bit more on the mic? Turn him up. Come on. Go ahead.
Verse 5. These days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great, small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Okay, come, Most High Christ. Keep going.
Verse 6. Where were green and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black and marble.
Drop down to verse 10.
On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, the Harbana, Bigtha, and Abakta, Zethar, and Carcass, the 7 that
check the mic. Check the mic. Make sure it's on. Yeah, you might gotta cuff it. Pause. You gotta cuff the mic. Go ahead. Keep going.
Salaki, should I read it up again?
Nah, 10. Keep going.
Verse 11. To bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal, to show the people, the princess, her beauty.
Hold on. All right. So now we're about to get into it. This is the start of the problem, and this is what sisters hate. You understand? Sisters hate, how can I put this? This sister, at least, or this woman, she hated the fact that her man wanted to parade her so that he could get the reverence for it, if for lack of better words. You understand? Like, sisters will go out on social media and Instagram and post themselves and, post pictures and do all this for attention, right? But the problem here was what? What was the problem here? Anybody know? What was the problem here? If you know, sisters love attention. They post the pictures, they go outside, they dress nice, they put the makeup on, they do all of the things to go outside and get attention. But what was the problem with Vashti here? Let me see. Anybody know? Anybody want to take a shot? La'a. Keep going. Let's see if we can get it.
Verse 12.
So like, what's going on outside? All right, come on.
But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's commandment by his chamberlain.
So she did what?
But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's commandment by his chamberlain.
So Vashti refused. She refused to go to according to the king's commandment. Xerxes or Ahasuerus, he wanted to parade her in front of all of the princes. He threw this party. They got wine, they drinking, they having the time of their life. And he in his mind is saying, I got the baddest broad in here. I got the baddest rib in all of Persia. And he wants to show her off for the whole world. So he sends for her. He sends for her to come and be shown off, to get all the attention so that everybody can say, damn, that's yours? That's your woman? She fine as hell. But she is not doing it. She's saying, nah, I don't even want to do it. Why? I really want y'all to get this. You got it? Who knows why? Why does she not want to do it? Why does she not want the attention? She doesn't want to be shown off. I hate to give it to you. Come on.
Salaki out of one. She wants the power instead.
You close. You on it. You right there on it. Come on. Come on.
She was better than that?
It's something more simpler than that. It's something that a sister, I'll give you a hint. It's something that a sister who hates her husband would understand. It's something that if a woman hates her man, she would get it. Why is it that she is not following the order of her husband to come and get dolled up? Like he said, hey, babe, put the best dress on. Put your makeup on. Put the best this on and best that. Adorn yourself. Come out with the gold and the diamonds and jewels. You understand? So the world can see. And she said, nah, hell nah, I ain't doing that. Why? It's something so simple. It's right in front of your face. That's it. That's it. Because he asked her to. You understand? Like if you ain't never insisted, you got to dig deep. You got to think about it. You got to think about those times when you get dolled up. You put on all the makeup. You try to be as beautiful as you can be. But then the second that brother says, hey, I want you to get pretty for the feast. I want you to put the dress on for the feast. I want you to put that head wrap on. I want you to get the diamonds and the bedazzles and the gems and the rhinestones and this. And I want you to put it on your headpiece and sew it into your dress and put your name up there and put House of Bagagawa. I want you to put House of Bagagawa on the back of your shirt. The second he says that, you say what? That's too much. Nah, that's too much. I don't know about that. Nah, I'll just wear a regular head wrap. I'll just wear this. I'll just do that. You understand? This is the spirit that she had, which was the spirit of rebelliousness to her husband. She didn't want to do it simply because he asked her to. You understand? Keep going.
Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned within him.
So now he getting mad. Xerxes, this is a man who done took over nations. He runs from everything from India to Persia. And then, of course, we know he starts going into Greece and tearing the shit out of Greece. He messing them up. This is the man we talking about. And even he cannot get his wife to fully submit to his will. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 13. Then the king said to the wise man, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew law and judgment. Verse 14. And the next unto him was Karshana, Shathar.
Drop the 15.
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus.
So now the king is going to his wise men. He's going to his counselors, the elders, or whatever you want to call it. And he's asking them, what should we do about this? You understand? Because the king, he understands something that black people have forgotten. Like if you all of this is going to relate in the end, you'll understand. But what this king understood is what black people have chosen to forget, which is why we don't care that our sisters are disobedient. We don't even care anymore. You go into any ghetto or any hood or any neighborhood where black people are, how do we think about our women? What do we think about them? Do we think about our sisters as noble sisters, righteous women? Do we think that these women are women of any kind of value? Or do we say women ain't but hoes? And that's what we think. We think that because they disobey us, they put us on child support, they unalive our babies, they yell and run their mouth and nag. We've began to be so intolerant to it that now we don't even care whether what they do or not. We take what we can get from them and then throw them away. Just be done with them. Come on.
So like I said, if I may, because like, okay, in ISUP County Command and General Yohana, we recognize all these things, right? Because we're taught that. But like you're saying, the men in the world, like they just look at it as like just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. They don't understand the influence that the world has on the woman.
And this is what King Asherus understood. He knew it. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princess Vashti, the queen hath not done wrong to the king only.
So they saying what? This is how serious this is. Like, it's you getting an argument with your rib and she disobeying you. It's not as simple as this is just in-house. This is just between us. Sometimes this affects more than just your household. It affects more than just you when you leave your husband. You understand? Like there's sisters out here who have had righteous brothers. You understand? Righteous brothers in the truth that have given their life for this and would leave that brother, man. And I ain't gonna get too much into it. But that type of sister is a cancer to our nation. She unalives our brother, hurts our brother, makes him the strain and makes him the, you understand? I don't want to get too deep into it, but this type of sister is an evil bitch, in other words. One that doesn't believe that her actions in her household affect all of us. How you treat a brother affects all of us. How you leave a brother, whore on a brother, lie to a brother, disobey the Lord, disobey the counsel, how it affects the nation of Israel growing. But King Asherus, he knew that he had to check this because he actually loved his people. He loved the Persians. He loved the nation. He loved the sisters or his sister, Salakia. And so he had to check it. Keep going.
But also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
Keep going.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
So what is he saying here? Somebody got to answer this. What is the king saying?
Come on. He's saying that other women are going to pick up on her habits.
Oh yeah. Other sisters going to see this. Sisters going to see how you left your man. And when you left your man, you threw what they call, this is the dumbest thing I ever heard of. What's them shits called? Salaki. Divorce parties. They have divorce parties. Young sisters are going to see you partying because your relationship failed and it's going to destroy them. It's going to make them believe that it is okay to leave your man. It's okay to quit on something that you once took an oath for, that you took a vow for. You stood at the altar and said, till death do us part, for better or for worse, through sickness and through health. All of that sounds good until it gets a little too hard. Come on.
So like I said, all of that led up to Galentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, I still don't even know what that is.
It's a day, it's like Valentine's Day, but it's where the girls get together and freak off.
Wait, what?
You don't hear about that?
So they just get together and just love on each other.
Yeah, like if I may say, the general brought out this video where his sister, she was going to Florida. Her aunt had died. And her cousin told her to come down. She went down and met up with the cousin. And the cousin got her to go to this party, which was called Galentine's Day. And the rest is, you know what the rest was. They just freaked off all females, whatever. There was some dudes there too. But it was just like an orgy type thing.
Good night. I that must be new.
Yeah, it is new.
I feel like now I'm getting old, right? Now I'm hearing about new stuff. I used to create the new stuff. Now I'm hearing about new stuff. But I never heard of a gallant. I seen it, but I thought that I didn't know what I thought. I just thought, I don't know what I thought. So like, girl up. So even in our wickedness, now we're finding ways to not love each other. And so and I know what I'm saying right now seems like I'm harping on sisters, right? But everything that I'm saying goes both ways. I hope y'all understand that. A brother cannot be evil to a sister. You can't leave your wife. You understand? You sleep with that woman. You've taken an oath to stay with her forever. Her and her, everything you don't like about it. Come on. Give him the mic, Salagi.
What if you married a lady and she wanted to leave you?
If you marry a woman that wants to leave you out, then you let her go. You understand? You don't. This go for. I say this all the time. I feel the same way for about women and brothers. You understand? A brother or a sister wants to leave me or leave this truth. You understand? Which is the most important thing. Forget me, but you want to break the oath that you made unto the Lord, then you ain't worthy to. You can't hold a candlestick up to me. You understand? So to hell with it. Let her go. Come on.
It's like, sir, I got a precept for that.
Come on.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But if the unbelieving depart,
Mm-hmm.
let him depart.
Mm-hmm.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God have called us to peace.
Like, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. There is only one thing keeping y'all together in this room, and that is the Most High. Cause I know it. Yeah, we all hate each other's guts. We hate it. You go home and you hate your husband. You hate him. Understand? It was good in the first couple of weeks. The first couple of weeks, it was all good. He was, you know, you loved him, and you know, he smelled good, and he cooked for you a couple times. But then give it about 4 months. 4 months, and now you hate that nigga. He's dumb. He doesn't manage finances well. He plays the game all the goddamn time. He goes to the club every goddamn night. He goes to the club, you hate him. The only thing that's keeping us together in this room is our service to the Most High. That's the only thing. And so when you turn your back on that, there is nothing left. When you go home and you cry at night, when you get off that council and you sob and you tear and you find strength, the only place you can look is this house. It's the only place where you look to God and say, you know what? I'm doing this so that my children can live. I'm doing this so that my brothers can live, so that my nation can one day be on top. And in order for that to happen, we have to love each other. But that's the one thing we can't forget. So if someone wants to leave that, let them leave. Fuck it. Just get on up out of here. You'll just find another woman, or in the case of a sister, you'll just get a brother that is way better than him. Commander Jenny Hanna said it best. He said, I'll find you a brother that wears 2 Jordans. You just find someone that was way better than the man that you had, and then you'll be even happier than you was before some coward had you. Come on.
So like I said, if I may, you know, the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, you're either going to man up, you're either going to stand up and be the man that you're supposed to be, or you're going to fall. And here we're taught to be men, and with men, there's tough consequences, man, to this whole thing, man. This is not easy work. But we have to rise up and be men and deal with the issues that come to us like men.
Salagi, Charlotte, Salaki, Bahamas. I didn't see y'all. Salagi. All right. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Shalom, Yashukata.
What's going on, Sabayala?
What it do? Shalom, Yashukata.
Most High in Christ. We got Charlotte in the building. We got the Bahamas in the building, man. Most High in Christ. Give it up for Charlotte and the Bahamas. Okay? Come on.
Got him, Khan. So that they.
Tell them where you at, Lucky.
Verse 17. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad.
Actually, it's like read 16 one more time. Was the part we missed.
Kadawaka. Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to the princes, and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
Meaning all of the span of the reach of his influence is going to hear about this story. Hear about how this sister, Salah, keep saying sister, but hear about how this woman disobeyed the king. And that was going to become a cancer unto his people. Keep going.
Kadawaka. Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
And so now this is what's happening. You understand? This is where you get Valentine's Day from my understanding. You have one sister who has been scorned by her man, a sister that has such a hatred for her man. Her hatred can't be quenched unless another sister hates her man as well. That is the disease that is this. You understand? When you got a sister who hates her man so bad, they employ the gossip of hatred for their man. So they'll sit back and they'll just talk about the other man. They'll sit back and have conversations and say, well, what did your husband do? Well, my husband did this and my husband did that. You understand? Because that hatred, it has to spread. It can't stop within you. You have to make sure the other sisters don't like their man too. You can't just celebrate Valentine's Day. Now you got to have Galentine's Day. And you got to make sure all of these women just hate men, just hate black men. We don't need a man for nothing and yada, 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 whatever nonsense, man. And the king understood that. So you want to take a class? Come on, keep reading.
When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came out, but she came not. Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
So now what is King Ahasuerus saying? What is he doing here? Come on, it's simple. Come on, Yanazar.
Divorce.
Yeah. He's divorcing her. He's getting rid of her because she didn't listen to him, because she didn't obey him. So now he wants to go and find another woman to replace her. Now, this is where the nation of Israel is better than the Persians. We're better than them. We don't get rid of our women because they disobeyed an order. You understand? We don't get rid of our women because they got on our nerves, because they didn't understand something, or because we had a disagreement. We don't get rid of our women for none of those little small things. You understand? We fight to stay with them, but this is something that he felt like he did not have to do because he had the power, right? Keep reading.
Verse 20. And when the king's decree, which he shall make, shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small.
Why? Why? Why is that?
Salakia.
Come on.
Is it because they witnessed her being divorced, so they don't want the same consequence?
It's the power of influence. You understand? Like they understood that if they allowed that deed to go unchecked, then all of the other women would believe that they have that same power over their man. But because he checked it, because he checked her in a way that he shouldn't have, now all of the other sisters under his command would say what? Well, we have to be good to our husbands. We have to obey our husbands. In this world that we live in, this does not exist. The idea that a woman has to love her man does not exist. In this world is actually the opposite. Loving your man is almost like a what you call it? It's like a
So like if I make an anomaly.
An anomaly. That's not the word. I can't think of the word, man. I need Tabawan with me. But it's almost something that you're not supposed to have. It's almost like you're lucky. You're lucky to find a woman that actually loves you, a woman that actually will stay with you and fight with you and fight for you to stay in the marriage. In this world, we're not taught that. It's almost easier to just get with another man and find another man and then go get another man. And that's what we're taught. Keep going.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the saying pleased the king and the
Mhm.
princes. And the king did according to the word of Memucan.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof,
Mm-hmm.
and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
That every man should bear rule in his own house. You understand? This is the natural order of the household under God. That the man is the head of a woman. You understand? Like that is something like when you think about the issues in the black household, it's because we fight against our roles. You understand? Commander General Yohana, he did a hell of a lecture up in Detroit a couple years ago when he did a lecture on demons and what they were. And one of the topics he touched on was that men and women do not understand their roles, and in their ignorance, they fight against something that is natural. A woman is naturally submissive unto her man, and a man is naturally aggressive over her submissiveness. But because we have been influenced to believe that happy wife, happy life. If my woman runs her mouth, then I must be doing something wrong. Because we've been taught this, our lives have been discombobulated. Now we don't understand left from right. Now we are all in a cesspool trying to figure out why are our marriages and our relationships working. When the problem is we have been taught from day one, since we're born, that a woman does not need her man. Imagine if America started teaching your children that your children didn't need you. Imagine that. Imagine if everywhere you seen on TV, it was, children don't need parents. Parents don't have to live with children. Parents don't need to listen to children. Children don't need to listen to parents. If you want to go and leave your parents and go get some new parents, just leave them parents and just go get new parents if they yell at you too much, if they discipline you too hard. You understand? I think we started to feel it. When did they start cracking down on CPS? Was it the 2000s? I remember hearing about it, how children was calling CPS. When I grew up, I didn't even understand that. I didn't even get the option to call somebody on my father.
So like I said,
Come on.
it really started like in the late 80s during like the crack epidemic. That's when it really started, when these people were able to get a better foothold into the households.
Mm-hmm.
You understand it? So now they found another way to divide and destroy the families.
And if you were a father or a mother, just imagine how that influence affected how you raise your children. Now, before I'm coming to you, before you used to this, your children came home with straight F's. You knew what time it was on and popping. You understand? Now, because of this, now you like, if I discipline him, he gonna call CPS on me, and then I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna lose my kid. Now it affects the way your household is ran, and now you can't be a parent to your child. Well, this happens in relationships between men and women all the time. Come on, Quad Boy.
I just had a question about like, what if the man in the household, like the man is the head of the household, but what if the man in the household is just behaving like a fool? Like if he if he poor with the finances, like if he out there drinking, gambling the rent money, he's just not taking care of the family. What does a woman do at that point?
Give me 1 Samuel chapter 25.
Okay.
The brother asks, what if you have a sister who's married to a man, but the man is an idiot? He a stone cold alcoholic. He don't know how to manage the money. She get the tax return and she say, well, I heard the ISUPK say that I'm supposed to be subservient to my husband. My husband said, give me all of the tax return money. She take all $9,000 and give it to you. And then he goes and loses it all on sports betting. Well, he goes and loses it all on gambling or buying liquor or going to the club or doing some kind of foolish, idiotic thing. And of course, you being a woman with a mind, with a sound mind, you say, man, that my husband is irresponsible. The first thing you got to do is choose better. That's the first thing. You understand? You have to train, you have to teach your daughters and sisters that don't have husbands that choosing the man that you sleep with is the most important decision you'll ever make in your life. And you have to make it correctly. You have to choose to not sleep with a fool because he's the star on the football team, because he's the hottest drug dealer on the block, because of whatever nonsense women go after men nowadays. You got to choose a man for one that is not a fool. But now, what about sisters that's already married, right? And they married to a fool. Read what you got.
Salakia 1 verse 9.
Come
God. And when David's young man came, they spake to Nabal.
So now, just to give you a backdrop, King David is on the run from King Saul. You understand? King Saul is trying to kill David. David is in between the Philistines and King Saul's and his men, living in caves and hiding out in quarters. And David has became like some sort of renegade. He rolling around and he just, slaughtered. Like David became a natural born killer. That's what he became. He became public enemy number one. And he a gangster for real. And so as he's journeying, as he's traveling, he comes up on the ball in his kingdom. And he want help. He needs some food. He's saying, look, me and my people traveling. We need this, we need that. And the ball start running off at the mouth. He's a drunk idiot. He is a fool. He don't know what he's talking about, and he especially doesn't know who he's talking to. You understand? Read what you got.
Khan. According to all those words in the name of David, and ceased. Verse 10. And the ball answered David's servants and said, who is David? And who is the son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master.
So now Nabal is saying, what? Who the hell is David? And who is the son of Jesse? Like you just some slave. You just some slave that left your master. Now you at my footsteps asking for help. Right? He pretty much is talking crap to David. Keep going.
Verse 11. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shears and give it unto man whom I know not whence they be? Verse 12. So David's young man turned their way and went again and came.
Drop down to verse, let me see, verse 14.
Verse 14. But one of the young men told Abigail, Nabal's wife, saying, behold, David sent messengers out of the wilderness to salute our master, and he railed them.
So now one of the young men knew that day. You understand? You got a sister and you seen her husband, and he in the club. I mean, not in the clubs, like he in the casino losing all of the money. I see him. I'm like, man, look, man, Iraq is in there losing all of the money. He in there, he done lost $2,000, and I know his rib gave him that money. And so I just got, man, I said, Salaki, you might want to call your husband. You might want to get him to come home real quick because he's losing everything. This is what happened. They went to Abigail and said, look, David came to these walls and your husband railed on him, started talking all kinds of shit to him. And the servant knew, and Abigail knew that was not a good idea to do. Keep going.
Verse 15. But the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt, neither missed we anything, as long as we were conversant with them when we were in the fields.
Draw down to 17.
Verse 17. Now therefore know and consider what thou wilt do, for evil is determined against our master and against all his household. For he is such a son of Belial that a man cannot speak to him.
You understand? And some sisters have husbands like that. You understand? You dealing with a man that nobody can tell him nothing. You try to tell him, look, we got to do this. Look, the Passover coming up. We got to do this. We got to pay this bill. We got to do that. But your man just ain't trying to hear none of it. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 18. Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves and 2 bottles of wine and 5 sheep ready dressed and 5 measures of parched corn and 100 clusters of raisins and 200 cakes of figs and laid them on the asses.
So Abigail heard all of this and she went to go save her husband. This is what Abigail decided to do. You understand? Not to say that, oh, he just foolish. I'm going to just go ahead and just try to sleep with David. Or I'm going to just go and just leave my man and go get another man because my man is a fool. Because my man plays the game all the time. Because my man has this flaw. Because my man did this or my man did that. Abigail didn't do that. Abigail said, you know what? My man is a fool. She understood it. She knew it dearly that the man she married was an idiot. But instead of leaving her man, she went out and she took her loaves of bread and bottles of wine and sheeps and corn and raisins and figs and put them on donkeys. Keep going.
Verse 19. And she said unto her servants, go on before me. Behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband Nabal. Verse 20.
And why didn't she tell her husband Nabal?
It's like, if I may, because if it did, she would get in trouble.
No. He didn't tell her because he's a goddamn idiot. He's a fool. That's why. You understand? But now I said that for this reason, because I know a lot of sisters will say, well, see, that's why I didn't tell my man that I was getting $8,000 in taxes back. I told him I was only getting $2,000 because he's a fool. What you gotta check is the spirit behind what you do. That's something I had to learn in here for a long time. Is when you go to confront an issue or have a problem with your man, you got to look in the mirror and you got to say, what is the spirit behind this? Am I calling General Mahaiman simply because I want my husband to get in trouble? You understand? Do I just want my husband to be in the council only because I just want everyone to know that he's a fool so I can have pity, so I can have shame, so I can have mercy? Or do you look in the mirror and say, you know what, I love my husband so much, he is an alcoholic and I'll never leave him. And so because I'll never leave him, I need to call for counsel so that I can fix him, so that I can help him, so that we can be together forever. You gotta weigh that about yourself before you do anything. You understand? You have to. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself always at odds with each other, because that man, he's going to see it. He's going to feel everything that I do. I say it, Salakia. I know I gambled the $200 away. You confronted me about it. I said, Salakia, it was wrong. And now we still on the phone with General Mahaiman. It doesn't seem like you're trying to fix the problem. It seems like you want me to lose my rank. It seems like you want me to have a bad stain for the school. And as a sister, I'll tell you right now, any sister that loves her husband, that is what you do not want. You don't want that. You understand? You should want your husband to his name to be known in the gates, to be known amongst the elders for having a good reputation, not for always fighting and arguing with you. You understand? You should want your husband to gain in the school, to gain in the truth, to gain his power. Why? Because the more power and the more authority that he gets, that's your seat in the kingdom of heaven. That's how you got to look at this thing. You understand? Y'all ever watch NASCAR racing? Y'all ever seen how the drivers, they drive and doing their thing, going around. And then when they got to stop, who's there to help them? That pit crew. Now, the pit crew don't get half of the glory as the driver. But that pit crew knows that if we do our job well and do it appropriately, then we'll win Daytona 500. We'll get the ring. We'll get the money. We'll get this because we did our part to help. Sisters got to understand that, like, this is your man. You understand? Like, this your key. He your key into the kingdom. He the one. You better push him to go to camp. You better say, now get up. Go to camp. Come on.
Hey, what you bringing out is so heavy. You know, in the Christian church, those pastors, they'll say, drop that zero, get you a hero real quick. So what you're bringing out is so heavy, man. The Christian church really need to hear this Feast of Purim breakdown so he can see what a real righteous woman is like. What's her role in a marriage, her role in society, in the community. And also we got Officer Baez waiting in the back.
Oh, God, Salagi. I say, Baez, you got to connect your device. I'll add you in, Salagi. But Khan, what he's saying is absolutely right. The Christian church hates women because they're lied to them. Come on.
Khan. It's verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so, as she rode on the ass, that she came down. That she came down.
Go to verse 23. Just to speed it up to answer your question. Abigail saw King heard about all these things from the servant, and she went to go get everything that King David asked for plus more. You understand? So that she could defend her man. All right, keep going. Verse 23.
Mm-hmm. Verse 23. When Abigail saw David, she hasted and lighted off the ass.
She jumped off that donkey. She ran quickly to go do this thing. Keep going.
And fell before David on her face and bowed herself to the ground. Verse 24.
I want y'all to really think about that. Y'all be seeing the videos like, what if your man get beat up in the club? You understand? What if your man can do this? A lot of sisters nowadays would leave that man and go be with the man that beat him up. If that's you, that's how you know you never loved that man. You never loved him. You understand? There is no way in hell your man can take harm from someone else and you not there trying to kill that nigga. You should be trying to go fight for your man. You understand? But this the spirit that our sisters have outside of this school, outside of the truth. That a man is strong or a man got the best of my husband, so now I'm gonna leave him and go sleep with him. Listen, you're gonna be sleeping with different men for the rest of your life. And you don't even know it because you're so stupid. You understand? But Abigail understood something that our sisters have to understand. Keep going.
Verse 24. And fell at his feet and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be. And let thine
man. Ooh. That's heavy. Let that marinate for a second. We know the future of this story of what happened and who got married to who. So we know how easy it was, or it could have been for her to just say, you know what, David, I just really want to just come with you. You understand? I want to divorce my husband and come with you. She did not say that. She said, let this be upon me. Whatever foolish husband you have, whatever unfit husband, he's unfit. He ain't the strongest. He ain't the smartest. He ain't the brightest. He dealing with some kind of mental illness, according to you. He's all kinds of bad in every kind of way. A strong sister would say, you know what, well, let that be on me. I'll just carry it. I'll just make sure we get to the Passover. I'll make sure we at the Feast of Purim. I'll make sure you got garments. I'll make sure you got crowns. I'll just make the crowns. I know you don't have enough money to go buy all of the diamond crowns. I'll just make them for you. I'll just make the garment for you. I'll just do it. She'll just accept that burden. And in accepting that burden, you understand, you are supplanting your reward in the kingdom of heaven. That's how you do it. That's how you start to plant what you get in return by how you treat your husband. You think I'm lying? But what did Christ say about brothers treating each other? Ye know my servants. You know the people that follow me by how they treat one another. Well, if you want that, then you're gonna have to start thinking about how you treat your man. You understand? What are you willing to suffer? What are you willing to let go? Like Abigail was for her husband, Nabal. Come on.
If I may, Babu Kasha, yeah, what you're bringing out is real nuclear. I just want to give a straight point to the Christians who's gonna see this stream,
Mhm.
all y'all in that church act like you're virtuous. This is the real example of what and how a virtuous woman supposed to be. Salaki.
Damn right. Damn right. Like if you ain't suffering for, you understand, each other, then what are we doing here? You understand? Like, what is the point of being in this truth and serving the Lord if we don't suffer one another? If we don't fight for one another? If we don't set aside our differences so that brotherhood could reign supreme in this earth? What is the point of us even being here if every little problem, y'all know, if every little problem we let get to us, this school would have fallen in 1970. It would have started in 1969. It would have ended in 1970. You understand? That's how we, that's like that. Salak, I got your message. But that is the world, which is why the Black Panthers fell. Is why the Muslim, the Nation of Islam fell. The Fruit of Islam falls. The not effing around coalition crew gang. I guess I don't know what the hell it is. The Bloods and the Crips. You know why there's so many different Bloods and Crips? It's because they don't have brotherhood. They don't have enough. They don't have enough to just say, yeah, man, we just all Bloods. They have to have discord with each other for them to survive, because they have been so oppressed that they've taken the ways of our oppressor into their livelihood. The only place that we could get rid of that is the Israelite School of UPK under Commander General Yohana. That's it. It's the only place. Drop that. Let's go back to the story, man. Give me go back to Esther chapter 1 and take me back to, let me see, where was we at? Was you holding where we was at?
Salakia, I am not.
We read up to 21.
We was at 21. Yeah, go back to 21 and finish out 22.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Salakia, the food. Y'all get the sisters a hand, man, that made all the glorious food. Salakia, if y'all want to, y'all could go ahead and get down, start serving the food. Y'all can start eating. Y'all don't got to wait. Come on when you got it. As Esther 1 and 21. Whoever got it. Give it up for the Lord's Passover, man. April 4th, Houston, Texas, all week. Make sure you're there. Get your arrangements in order, man. The Passover is coming up right after this. Man, it's going to be glorious. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm ready. Again, I'm envious of you brothers and you sisters who get to experience the Passover for the first time. It's going to be something. It's going to be an event and a week to marvel over for a long time. Trust me. Come on.
Mm-hmm. It's the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the saying pleased the king and the princes.
Mm-hmm.
And the king did according to the word of Memucan.
Salaki, did that answer your question? Okay, come on.
Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, and to every province according to the writing thereof,
Mm-hmm.
and to every people after their language,
Mm-hmm.
that every man should bear rule in his own house.
That every man should bear rule over his own house. You understand? Like, this is what we have to start getting back to. You got to start showing, like, sisters got to start showing their younger sons who is the head of the household. How do you show your son how to be a man? By showing him a man and his father. You have to let him be the man. Let him tell you what to do, so that boy grows up and says, you know what, this is how it's supposed to be. So that a daughter grows up and says, this is how it's supposed to be. So now that the roles is not being flipped and reversed. You understand? When you have sisters growing up in households where the woman is the head of the household and the man bows his neck, now you know what that does to that sister? That a mother is going to hate? Who knows? Who knows what happens when that daughter grows up and she inherits the traits that you showed her with her father. Who knows? Who could take a guess? And the mother's gonna hate. Come on,
she gonna repeat the same thing.
She gonna repeat the same.
Like a mother.
It's a little bit worse than that. What is the repercussion of what happens? It happens all the time. Come on.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
She gonna be lonely. She ain't gonna have no man.
All of y'all is right. All of these things is gonna happen, but it's something that she, like the mother and the father, is gonna hate. It happens all of the time. I'll give you an example, because a woman does not know how to speak to a man. She believes she's over him. So she says, nigga, shut your mouth. You a B word. You a little nigga. You this. You ain't my daddy. And then what happens?
Salaki.
She gonna get a hair comb.
That's it. That's it. I hate to say it. Of course, I'm speaking about outside of the truth. I'm saying when your daughter now grows up and she gets with Day down the block, and she gets with Daron or whatever she goes and do, the drug dealer that she know from high school, or the football player that she know from college, and she's going to treat him like you treated her father. And what's going to happen is that man is going to put hands on your daughter, and you're going to hate it, because she didn't learn how to respect her man, how to watch her mouth, and she's going to be dealing with a man who doesn't have no self-control. He just doesn't have it. And he's a drug addict. He's a drug addict who has no self-control, and your family is going to be in turmoil because you're going to get a call one day with your daughter while she's crying with a black eye. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you haven't seen it. I mean, if you teach your children, when the police come, just obey their orders. When the police come, they say, give me your license and registration. You don't give them no back talk. You just give them the license and registration. Does that mean that we agree with the police all the time? Does it mean that we believe the police is right in pulling our children over all the time? It means we want you to save your life. We want you to live when you interact with police officers. And because they have authority over you, you have to speak in a certain way. Well, sisters, that man has authority over your daughter. That man has authority over your daughter. And you have to teach her how to interact with that man, because a lot of times we fallen victim to relationships that are not in the truth under Commander General Yohana. And that's the number one problem. You want to fix all of that, then just have your daughters and your sons, just marry brothers and sisters that's in the school, if you want to rid all of that. But outside of that, that's what you're going to fall victim to. Come on. Somebody has something to water. Keep reading.
If I may. Yeah, like what you were saying, I was just gonna add to it real quick. Like this is proof, what you're saying, why or young women grow up and then they usurp their authority over their man. And that's why the scripture says a woman shouldn't usurp authority over a man. So like that was it.
God. And again, just to be clear, this is not saying that any man should put hands on his woman. Ever. You should never, ever, ever put hands on your woman, ever. You understand? When you do something like that, you relinquish your power over to her. You understand? You give her the authority. And the reason why brothers do it is because brothers feel this feeling of superiority over their woman. And when they don't get the submissiveness that they think they're supposed to have, it boggles their mind. They don't understand why this woman just doesn't shut up when I say shut up. They can't quite fathom the idea that this woman is disobeying me. And because they don't understand it and they're not trained by Commander General Yohana, they let their emotions get the best of them. And so they go off and just try to hit her. What is the only way that you could get authority over a woman? What's the only way that you can have power over her? Who knows? There's only one way. Come on.
Select the other one.
Nadia had it first. Come on.
Okay. If she gives it to you, sir.
She has to give it to you. That's the only way. If you tell her to fold the laundry and she decides, nah, I'm not going to fold the laundry, then you do not force her to do anything. Understand? You can call for counsel. You understand? Or you can just find another woman who will just fold the laundry. Just find somebody who will do it better. You tell your woman the Feast of Purim is coming up. And well, I'm going to need you to make two pans of string beans for the Feast of Purim. She said 2 pans of string beans is too much. I'm not doing it. I'm not cooking 2 pans of string beans for the women. I mean, for the Feast of Purim. And then, of course, because you feel I'm superior to her, I'm over her, she's supposed to do what I say. She's supposed to be under me. You get emotional and you start to find ways to try to enact your authority over her. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't even argue with her. You understand? If my rib says, I'm not cooking the string beans, no sweat. She's gonna see some beautiful sister in a dress. I'm gonna put the camera on her. I'm gonna put the beautiful sister in the dress who got all the string beans coming into here. And then you know what usually happens? Then she'll just turn around and cook the string beans out. You understand that? A lot of brothers, you got to learn to not be manipulated by your woman, but you have to manipulate her. You have to be stronger than her, not just in might, but in your mind. You understand? Keep going. Where we at?
We're in verse 22, Esther chapter 1, verse 22.
Go to verse 24.
Salaki chapter 1 ends at verse 22.
Hold on 1 second. Might be reading something wrong here. Bear with me. Khan, you're right, Slaki. Go to chapter 2 and verse 5.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Slaki, Shabbayal, I ain't got nobody on the live. I just got Bahamas, I got you, and I got Ayaz Zahab. Slaki. Come on.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 5. Now in Shushan the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish of Benjamin.
So now, here we go. Mordecai is the cousin to Esther. This is Esther's cousin, right? And we're going to see who Mordecai is. Come on.
Verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity, which had been carried away with Jehokaniah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away.
Now, this story is taking place after the Babylonian captivity. Keep going.
Verse 7. And he brought up
Hadassah,
that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful.
Keep going.
Whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
So now, Mordecai, you understand, raised up Esther as his own daughter because her mother and her father had been unalive or were dead, Salakia. But so now he's raising her, his little cousin, up as his daughter and raising her up until this point, right until I don't want to give it to you. Just keep reading. Come on.
Verse 8. So it came to pass when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan the palace to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house, to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women.
So now, this is the point where Mordecai is seeing something. He's seeing an opportunity, right? And so this daughter that he raised up, he's now going to use the king's commandment. Remember, the king made a decree to have virgin women, virgin maids. Of course, we know virgin means what? Come on.
Select it. A young woman of marital age.
A young woman of marital age. And so he wanted all of the single young women of marital age to be brought into the women's chambers, to be brought into the quarters so that they could be prepared to pretty much compete to be the new queen to serve beside Xerxes, right? So now Mordecai is sending Esther to be a part of that banquet. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the maiden pleased him. She obtained kindness of him. And he speedily gave her things for purification with such things as belonged to her, and 7 maidens which were meet to be given her out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the woman.
So now this is what sisters got to understand. You got to imagine when you go into the workforce, when you go to get those jobs, when you go into corporate America, right? So a lot of times sisters are preferred. You get into doors that brothers cannot get into because you are the sweetest and the best women on the face of the planet Earth. You are that for sure. And so now she's getting she's getting maids and she's getting just certain what you call it? Just certain things that all of the other women are not getting. You understand? She's getting it because she found favor with the servants. Salaka, keep going.
Verse 10. Esther had not shewed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not shew it.
So Mordecai told Esther, don't tell nobody that you're a Jew. Don't tell anybody that you're an Israelite. Just keep that to yourself. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
So again, what's happening here is that these women are going through these different trials. They're going through these different, you understand, just testing things to see who would be the most fit to be the queen to sit beside Asherus, right? And
Salaka,
every
sir,
day, come on.
I just want to say, and it's also proof that all these are people of color.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, Salaka. Oh, what's happening, right? Yeah, come on.
If she can blend in with them, they all have to be people of color.
All right, come on.
Verse 12. Now when every maid's turn was come to go in to King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months according to the manner of the woman. For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the woman.
Now this isn't, this is unheard of. To get prepared for the king, these sisters, they would bathe for 6 months and old doors, and what was the other thing? And oil of myrrh. This is what they would bathe themselves to purify themselves to get ready for the king. Now, I know, yeah, that's every brother's dream, right? So now, sisters, man, I gotta ask, why you think that little spritz of body bath works is enough? Yeah, we need a little bit more than that, right? Maybe it's because you're not kings yet, brothers, but maybe one day, brothers will be kings, and we'll get the 6 months of myrrh and the 6 months of oil of odors, man. Right? Keep going.
Verse 13. Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given to her to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house. Verse 14. In the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women.
Drop down to verse 15.
Verse 15. Now when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abigail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go in unto the king, she required nothing but what Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed. And Esther obtained favor in the sight of them that looked upon her.
So meaning Esther was favored amongst everybody. She was just that woman. Like Esther, you gotta think of like the baddest broad you ever seen in your life. And that was Esther. Esther was that sister that when she walked in the room, jaws dropped. Like and not just from her beauty, but the way that she carried herself, the way that she spoke, the way that she talked, the way that she walked, the way that she dressed. Everything was as elegant and beautiful with this sister, and everyone loved her. Everyone loved her for it. You understand? And so now she's finding favor in the king's house. Keep going.
Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus into his house royal in the 10th month, which in the month Tebet in the 7th year of his reign. Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head.
So now, King Ahasuerus is choosing Esther. She got you. Y'all know how they say sisters be pick-me's? All of these women were pick-me's. They were trying to get picked. You understand? and Esther got picked. She got picked by King Ahasuerus, right? So he put the crown on her head. Keep going, signifying that she had been chosen. Keep going.
And made her queen instead of Vashti. Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes.
This is another Salaga. This is another point that I gotta drive home with the sisters too. Of course, you know that as an Israelite, by God, we know that it is a man's right to have another woman, to have multiple women. That is his right. And sisters hate it. You understand? And we get it. We know that the sisters hate it because you believe that you be replaced. You believe that the man that you love is going to leave you to be with another woman because another woman is new. Another woman is fresh. And it scares certain sisters. It scares you into thinking that now I'm going to be more lonely than I was because another woman is coming into this house. Sisters, you better learn from Esther because Vashti absolutely had that house. Vashti absolutely had that seat. She had that crown on her head and she lost it. Not because of Esther's beauty. I know Esther was beautiful and had all of the value and was nice, good looking, all of that. That's not why Vashti lost her spot. She lost her spot simply because she fell out of the order of her husband. She stopped doing what he said to do. And Esther did it. You want to fight against that other wife? You don't fight with her by running your mouth or by cursing out your husband or calling him at 3 a.m. saying, why are you out at that club? You out at that club to do what? To get more women? You out that club to get better, to get a better woman than me? Listen, I'm telling you right now, if you do that, then your husband is for sure going to find a better woman because the woman in the club does not give a damn about you. She doesn't care. She doesn't know anything about you. She doesn't care anything about you. What she knows is that that man in front of her, she's ready to drop down and give him the world. She does know that. She knows that I'm going to talk to him sweet. I'm going to be kind to him. I'm going to love him. That she does know. While you at home, while you are giving him all kinds of hell and you're making it hard for him to love you. Sisters, if you learn nothing else, you better learn that the way to win is to be the thing that you were that got your man in the first place. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose it. You understand? You argue so much about me going and getting another woman. I'm going to do it tonight now. Now I'm going to do it. I done been accused of it so goddamn. I'm in here we in here playing spades. They ain't even no goddamn women in here. We playing spades and you talking about other women. Now we going to go get the other women. I remember I had a counsel so long ago and it was about this. And I remember General Hyman's words like it was yesterday. He said, Yarmark, this sister has such an issue. She is evil to you because she has a fabrication in her mind that you're out there getting other women. He said, this is what I want you to do. It's like a general. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it. He said, Yarmark, the next time she asks you what you're doing, I don't care what it is that you're doing. Say you're doing it to get another woman. If you're going to Taco Bell, tell her you had to drive through to get other women. If you're in the bathroom too long, tell her you're on the toilet trying to get more women just to break that thing that needs to be broken. You want your man to love you, sister, and just be a woman that's worthy of being loved. That's all. You understand? Don't be a thorn in a brother's hip. Don't be that thing. Be a sister that's sweet. You understand? And I know sisters ain't going to want to hear it, and they going to want to ignore it. No sweat. The school going to grow one way or another. Either we going to have more babies or there's going to be just more sisters in here that hate each other, one or the other. Come on, keep reading.
And she obtained grace and favor in his sight
Mm-hmm.
more than all the virgins,
Mm-hmm.
so that he set the royal crown upon her head, and he made her queen instead of Vashti.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Then the king made a great feast unto all the princes and his servants, even Esther's feast.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a release to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time,
Skip that. Go to verse chapter 3.
Kamakan.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
After these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha,
Mm-hmm.
and
The
Agagite,
Mm-hmm.
and advised him.
Which we know Haman was a who? What is Haman today?
I believe he was an Edomite,
He Edomite, but what tribe?
Amalekite.
Mm-hmm. This is a fake Jew. This is a so-called Jewish man here, right? Come on.
Khan, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
Mm-hmm. So now Haman is getting this power from Ahasuerus. He's going to be number 2 in command next to King Ahasuerus, right? Keep going.
Khan, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate
Mm-hmm.
bowed and reverenced Haman.
Mm-hmm.
For the king had so commanded concerning him.
Mm-hmm.
But Mordecai bowed not,
Mm-hmm.
nor did he reverence.
So Mordecai wasn't feeling it. He ain't feeling Haman at all. He like, nah, I ain't bowing to him. You understand? This some heathen. He ain't bowing to him. He don't give him no reverence. He ain't giving him no praise. He ain't giving him nothing. You understand? Because Mordecai was a stand-up brother. He was a Benjamite. You understand? I know if y'all know anything about them Benjamite, we got Ayaz Ahab up here. I can see Ayaz Ahab being Mordecai. So like I just see him being up in there, and he just like, man, who the man? Well, go ahead. How you said it? He'd be like, man, who the hell is Haman, man?
Yeah, why the blood clot happened to you, brother?
Yeah, man. Ayaz Ahab ain't bowing to no Haman, man. The hell with that. And Mordecai, he felt the same way. I ain't bowing to him. Come on. Keep going.
Khan, verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate,
Mm-hmm.
said unto Mordecai,
Mm-hmm.
why transgressest thou the king's commandment?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Now it came to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them,
Mm-hmm.
that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand.
Mm-hmm.
For he had told them that he was a Jew.
So now Mordecai is letting it be known who he is. He's saying, I'm a Jew and I'm not standing for you. I'm not giving you no reference and I'm not bowing to you whatsoever. I'm a Jew. Keep going.
Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. When Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not,
Mm-hmm.
nor did him reverence,
Mm-hmm.
then Haman was full of wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay his hands on Mordecai alone,
Mm-hmm.
for they had shewed him the people of Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all of the Jews
Mm-hmm.
that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus,
Mm-hmm.
even the people of Mordecai.
Which goes to show you the hatred that Amalek has had with us. You understand? Amalek has had us. Someone give me Exodus chapter 15 and verse 17. That the Amalek's hatred with us is so diabolical. It's almost hilarious that he decided to claim himself to be the Jew, to be the children of Israel, when in actuality he is just another Edomite. But they hate our guts. You all know the story of what Amalek did to the children of Israel while we were traveling from Egypt. How they unalived the old and the weak men in the back of our convoy. Y'all do know that story, right? That is what the Jewish man had done to us. And the Lord has swore that he will be at war with Amalek for his generations. You understand? Read what you got.
Khan.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 17.
15 and 17.
Salak.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book.
Come on. You want that too? Salak, you want that one too? Salak here. Salak. Now I wanted 17 and 15 in Exodus, but we could get Deuteronomy as well. Somebody get Deuteronomy, somebody get Exodus 17 and 15. What's the scripture you called?
25, Deuteronomy 25, I believe it's 17.
25 and 17. Whoever get whichever one first.
Wakan.
Go ahead. Let him read that one. Or go ahead and read Deuteronomy.
Read Deuteronomy first.
Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what Amalek did.
This is the Lord. The Lord said, remember what Amalek had did. Keep going.
Unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt.
When we were traveling out of Egypt, again, like I said, Amalek seen the weak of our ranks. And instead of attacking us head on, they wanted to attack the old and the sick and the young in the back of our ranks. Keep going.
Verse 18. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not God.
Like that is the characteristics of the so-called Jewish man. Yeah, y'all see the Jewish man today? Like that seems like something he would do. He like the rat. Y'all remember that? Y'all, how many of y'all seen Harry Potter? Matter of fact, I know the wild know Harry Potter. What's that cat man who turned into that rat? Peter Pettigrew. I bet he's some kind of Jewish man. Because he looks just like it. Like whenever I think of Jewish people, I just look at them turning into rats and scavenging and going underneath tunnels and doing all kinds of this nasty stuff, right? But this is what they did to us, man, and the Lord never forgot it. You understand? Read what you got.
19. Therefore, it shall be when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under the heavens.
Like the so-called Jewish man ain't even going to exist no more. You understand? Like he committed one of the most heinous crimes to us. God. He's not even going to be here. You understand? To do nothing. He's going to be blotted out from under the heavens, man. And that's what the Lord promised us. Give me Exodus 17 and 15. Start at verse 14.
So like I said, I just want to say, like, Amalek is like, to me, this is like the most cowardly deed in the Bible.
Yeah, man. That's what say he a rat.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they only attack when they got the military advantage, man. They never gonna fight you one-on-one.
Yeah, just like those rats. Ask Baba Wan, he know.
Salakia. Salakia.
Come on.
Even like when we in handcuffs, like they pull us over or something, we in handcuffs, they still brutalize us and attack them racist dogs on us. They cowards.
Yeah, man. That's right. That's Esau in general. Esau is a coward in general. But them high-hats, man, woo. Hey, by eyes, I see you, man, but it's saying device not connected. Salakia. It might be having an issue with the camera. But come on, read what you got.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 15.
14.
Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly pour out the remembrance.
Read it one more time.
For I will utterly pour out the remembrance.
One more time. What word is that? For I will utterly
pour out the remembrance.
Oh, is that say what? That's the KJV. It should say put. It should say I will utterly put out.
For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi.
Jehovah Nissi, which means what? This whole altar was built to remind us that what? That the Lord is going to destroy Amalek forever. Forever will the Lord be destroyed, and they are not going to exist once the Lord gives us rest. So now go back to Esther. It's like go back to Esther, and now we know that Haman is an Amalekite. Salaki. He is so-called what they would call today a so-called Jewish man. So I'll be trying to, when I be reading the scriptures, I try to envision these people, and now I just envision him as some hi-hat, some black twirl, whatever. Y'all know how they be looking, man. Again, like a rat. People, whatever, act like he's so weak, but in actuality, he's such a monster, such a beast. You understand? The type to try to harm your children when no one's looking. Come on.
Right. This is the book of Esther.
Somebody has something?
You ain't really rich. That's what all the poor.
Salaka, come on.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast Pur, that is the lot, before Haman from day to day.
And lots is like what? Lots is like your dice, right? They cast dice like our and thummim. It's what we would use to make decisions about certain things, right? Keep going.
And from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there was a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom. And their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws.
So now he's talking about Israel. He's talking about there's a nation of people that's living amongst your kingdom, but their laws are different from your laws. They don't celebrate what everyone else celebrates. They don't do what everyone else does. These people are different. He's trying to propagate his way into King Ahasuerus' ear to make these people seem to be what? Monsters. He's saying they wear garments. They wear crowns and mitres and head wraps and armbands with spikes and studs. And these people are different from everybody else so that he can propagate his way into destroying all of Israel, all of the Israelites that were living there in this time. Keep going.
Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Come on.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury.
So now Haman is putting in his order. He putting in his request to be allowed to unalive the children of Israel. Right?
What are they doing here?
Commander General Yohana here, ISUPK, the original ISUPK, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action, that you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that. And it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak in all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the ISUPK first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from ISUPK. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up on the cats, they're getting what they click. Bring your click here and let your click handle ISUPK. Because here's the deal. If your click ain't strong enough to handle ISUPK, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like ISUPK ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us. We damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the ISUPK, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're going to realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That all no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, that you about.
Yeah. I do my thing on it. She hit my line 100 times, I let it ring on it. These niggas must be out their mind, cause I'm the king on it. You know my thing, that's what I bring on it. Cause I'm the king on it. Okay. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I'm too far gone, I probably left a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I just want them dollars, nigga, you can keep the change. Unsatisfied until we on a private plane. I be with them soldiers ready to die over a name. Once that oil hit my head, I'd never been a
Commander General Yohana here, ISUPK, the original ISUPK, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action, that you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak in all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the ISUPK first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from ISUPK. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up on the cats, they're getting what they click. Bring your click here and let your click handle ISUPK. Because here's the deal. If your click ain't strong enough to handle ISUPK, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like ISUPK ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the ISUPK, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're going to realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom. Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Train for war, men and war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Me anymore. Like, you always hanging out with them, you're always loyal to them. Well, what about me? Like, do you want to spend time with me? Do you even want to be with me? Like, I really can't do this anymore. This is too much. Like, all you ever do is be around them. Like, you care more about them than you care about me. I don't appreciate that. I'm sorry, Justin. It's over.
Hey, you got the chips on the table right now. Come on, bro. It's your turn. Come on, see, this shit ain't be playing the game, man. Y'all niggas should be playing fucking solitary.
No, bro. You know, hey, shit, bro.
Hey, man, I got the winning handwriting, bro. Man, nigga, cut him there. Oh, that nigga might already fucking dropped. Okay. Y'all want to open the station and play poker? Oh, nah, y'all let this nigga win? He said, man, where the money at? That nigga shit, somebody cheat. Oh, no. I got all the balls. That nigga plays fan.
Hey, get me up in this.
Pull up the chair. Pull up the chair. Hey, y'all niggas should be playing fucking solitary. No, bro. You know that shit is head, bro. Hey, man, I got the winning handwriting, bro.
That's me.
You mean everything you need because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they don't follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house side, they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yohana, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
I ain't getting no sound if you can hear me.
Oh, you here? You there, General?
Got you now. Yabashim Shabrakatah.
Yabashim Shabrakatah. Heavy hitters in the building with me. General Muhammad, give it up. Yeah. General Ma'aka Allah, give it up. Can you put Ma'aka up on the screen? General Hazai Young, give it up. Yeah. Officer Murrah, Officer Yadad, Officer Ibahaya, Officer Muthumya. Hey, I want to congratulate everybody, man, on the Purim celebrations, which was so significant, especially at a time like this when the 12 tribes of Israel are under heavy persecution because they decided to bring forth the ICE agents down on the 12 tribes to help brutalize them. And we were faced with the same thing by Haman in the book of Esther, when he also was set to destroy the children of Israel. And the Lord had to step in and turn him 360 degrees around. So I'd like to tonight thank the ICE agents for showing how great and brutal and vicious and thoughtless and how much they would go even to destroy the Capitol. I want to commend them for their courageousness. And I look forward to seeing the same courageousness when they bring the draft in. I look forward to seeing the ICE agents stepping it up and getting in the battle for Trump as federal troops and doing their job. Because, brother, it's on up in the game tonight. So where are we going first, you die? We going anything specific, or we just rolling loose?
If I can, General, I know one brother in the world that's in the military, right?
Right.
And I sent him a message over Instagram because that's where I see him communicating. And I asked him, I said, I've been thinking about something. I said, how do the soldiers feel about taking their orders from an administration led by a felon and a pedophile? I said, is this a conversation among soldiers at all? Or do y'all just shut your mouth, bite your lip, and follow orders without question? He ain't got back to me yet, you know. It's been 3 days. It's been 3 days.
And
normally,
go ahead, Mike. What was you gonna say?
And normally he answers me. The 3 days is strange, you know.
Yeah, like nowadays is not the time to fake it. You know what I mean? Like you got to be real about yourself and about what you're dealing with, you know, in the earth and your children and all that. Let me tell you. Now, I don't know how I can't confirm this, but I saw video footage and I got some reports about how we still on? We on good? Huh? We good to go? Okay. So like I ate the water so much time. And so, and I heard the reports because they were flooding the toilets on the ships down in the Caribbean because they didn't want to go to war and they felt like they were on the ships too long. And they were flooding the ships with towels and everything. The water was backing up. I saw the footage. Some of them ships is filled with doo-doo up to the horses, what they call it, the horse's brow.
Right. Oh man, the horse's brow, not the.
You know what I mean? Like some of them bad boys is shit floating through the whole ship, through the storm drains from them toilets, water backed up, everything. You know what I mean? So they are not. You right, Maya. They're not happy over there. One brother called us, and his daughter is over there, and she is scared out of her mind. He told us, "Look, I'm a man of God. Do not go into the military." She was being hard-headed, said she wanted to go, this, that, and the other. Went down there, and of course, now she's stuck in one of them countries underground in fear that they're gonna come and she couldn't say where, but she's in fear that they're gonna come in there and put them all to death in there. They said the green zone. You remember the famous green zone from Iraq where the military was at? That green zone, brother, they trying to overrun that green zone in Iraq. It's war in every single country over there right now. Now, unless they can sustain and and shut Iran down, it is going to be a bloodbath all across that region right there. Go ahead, you die. I didn't mean to seal the whole story. Y'all jump in, please, anytime. I know y'all got a lot to say about all this.
If I could, this is history lesson 35. People forget that Rome did the same exact thing. Rome overextended itself. Battles and wars, sent the army out, and got overextended. They ended up destroying the empire. Same thing they doing here. Overextended themselves. And that pride that they had, like they did this, the great thing on earth, is what's going to help happen. Help make it happen.
I mean, I would not, don't be so hard on Trump, y'all. You know that Trump, Trump would rather die than it come out what happened with that girl. You heard about the latest?
Not.
You heard it? Go ahead, you died. Tell us a little bit about the latest.
Kamala Khan, sir. The latest that came out with Donald Trump was a 13-year-old girl that came out and said that she was sexually abused and assaulted by him.
13 years old said she was sexually abused and all that by him. And now, you got war.
Like he done successfully got the Epstein files off that front page. At least everybody's focused elsewhere. Nobody's focused on that 13-year-old girl anymore, which he had to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like a pedophile don't never want to get caught and exposed for the evil that he's doing. He don't never want the world to know what it is he's doing. You said a couple of weeks ago something real heavy. You said a pedophile is the easiest person to blackmail. You remember that? You was dead right, because of course all the rumors are that Netanyahu is extorting the hell out of him to drag him in that war. And here's what's amazing about it. Netanyahu been trying to get the U.S. to go to war with Iran since the 90s. That's like almost 3 decades ago. Almost 30 years ago, they wanted the U.S. to go after Iran back then. Said if you don't, Iran gonna come with a bomb, they're gonna do this. And that was for 3 decades. Finally, they done went in there and bombed Iran, and Iran still don't have a nuclear weapon.
And if I could, sir,
please.
The Israelis were the ones behind the evidence to bomb Iraq.
Damn.
They were the ones that
They was the
supplied
ones with
all the intelligence about yellow cake uranium from Nigeria, and that there was an imminent nuclear weapon. And if we waited for a smoking gun, we might get it in the form of a mushroom cloud.
Yes.
That all came from the Israelis.
Damn.
All of it.
Damn. That's insane. That's insane. Did you want to add more to it, you guys? Anybody else? Jump in.
I know there's some Republicans out there questioning Trump, and of course, Rubio calling them saying they're wrong and calling them idiots, like many like Tucker Carlson. He ain't the only one. They questioning why is, I forget the amount of Israelis they say it is, 7 million, a certain amount of million. Why is that small group controlling 38 million lives over here in America? You know what I'm saying? They hardcore questioning it. And I
go ahead, Maya.
I saw a video, then I can't believe I didn't save it. I just checked. I didn't send it to my text, of a sister saying she's ex-military. She's not there no more. She said, please, Black people, do not join the military. She was running down all the problems in the military. She said they kidnapping more Black people in the military. They end up missing and they cover it up. They get in trouble for smoking weed, but them senior white officials are snorting coke all the time and they cover it up. She said people go missing, people getting killed, kidnapped and killed, and they cover it up and tell the families that, something happened and lie. She said a whole bunch of shit is going on out there. You can literally get kidnapped in the military and nobody, and they'll cover it right up.
Listen, I remember, I think I brought it out last week, how they be selling drugs, selling weapons, doing all kinds of stuff in the military, man. There'd be big trades going on. You know what I mean? Like there's no rules out there. Once you out there and you post it out in a certain area, if your commanding officer is a criminal or is open to criminology, all his men going to come up with ways to make money. They'll even come up with ways to send the money back to the U.S. Cats done come out of them wars millionaires from just guns alone. You know what I mean? They go up in there, brother, collect all the AK-47s they can get their hands on, clean them bad boys up, put them in crates, and go sell them to another, sell it to some African, some warlord somewhere in some village somewhere that want to go to war with his government. They sell him, 50 crates of weapons, you know what I mean? Or they may work in the area where the ammunition is, right? And they'll go in there and steal the ammunition and sell that. Like all that goes on in war. In war, there's no rules. The raping in war is insane. Like the raping, like the United States military in peacetime had 26,000 rapes in the military in 1 year. And that was peacetime. Now that war done broke out, you ain't even going to be able to count the amount of raping and murders and all that goes on. So like I use.
General,
I growing up being young in Southwest and Philly, and I call myself escaping the drug game, right? The drug game, JBM, and all them cats when I was growing up, right? The Junior Black Mafia. I go in the Marine Corps. Whew.
It was worse than the streets.
Listen, General, when I got to my first unit, I want to say within the first week, they shut the base down. Base got closed, missing guns. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Huh? Yeah, somebody stole the guns. They had a count. Count was wrong. Shut the whole base down, right? Listen, they were selling coke from Miami all the way up to Baltimore, all the way up to New York. They had a whole pipeline. And Joe, like how you said, this wasn't like PMCs and privates. These was corporals, sergeants, staff sergeants, lieutenants, all that was in there. Like everything I ran away from in Southwest, I found in the Marine Corps, in the military. Cats was selling guns. It was a cats that was a sticker board. Off duty, they would change their clothes, go over 2 or 3 towns, stick people up, come back on base, change clothes, and they good to go. Like everything in the streets you find, I found in Philly, I found in the military. Everything. It was crazy.
That was crazy.
It was crazy. It blew my mind. I'm like, damn, I should have stayed the hell home for this. Like, what the hell I'm doing? Like, I'm right into it. It was crazy.
You was kind of wild in that military.
Yeah. I mean,
I heard them stories. You holding now.
Yeah. Cut him one good, sir.
And I you go there and gotta survive. You go there, it's like, what I'm saying, you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
You can't go up in there acting soft.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
You gotta go up in there and let them know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like being in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You better rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had to really know your game. I made it a point, and then we got together and said, listen, man, we all gonna come home. Same way we left, we all gonna come home. And we all got each other back, whether we overseas or we here in America. And we, kept we made oaths to each other and kept it. Did our job, to the best of our ability. We was kind of good at it. And, but it was rough, Listen, these cats, okay, here, this is crazy. They was getting pure testosterone in Spain. Like they was going in Spain, you go to Spain, and everybody know that's been on the Mu. You know what I'm talking about. In Spain, in Barcelona, you hit the port, you go to the pharmacy and buy pure testosterone. Get a needle from the doctor, you stick yourself in the butt. Bow! Yeah, and going to the gym being big. Like cats would get drugs, or they would have the steroids shipped to them. Yeah, I'm dropping all the dime, I don't care. They had it shipped to them. You know what I mean? And they would take the stuff, and then when they would come home, they would shrink. I mean, cats are getting big. They come home, in 3 months, they shrunk. Take the drugs no more. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah. It's just so much. It's so much. It's so much.
Somebody said they was selling box all in Iraq.
Yeah.
You know, man. Joshua said when I was we had the 3rd in command of one of the Chicago gangs running drugs and guns at Fort Hood, Texas.
Yeah.
She was prosecuted by the feds and the U.S. Marshals Guard, the court, U.S. Marshals Guard, the court martial. They must have court martial. Like, damn. And he said she, so the 3rd in command was a female. Good night. No, she was a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn. And Fort Hood, that's where the Delta Force is at. They got so much crime going on Fort Hood, they don't even know what to do. And they don't even care. And especially now that Trump is in office, they could give a damn. You know what I mean? What you're saying is true. Go ahead.
How's the Hob put ahead? Not forgetting the friendly fires. How's the Hob? I'm going to tell you this here, brother. In my opinion, this is what I experienced. Ain't no such thing as a friendly fire. I'm just going to be honest with you. Ain't no fog of war. I don't want to hear none of that. No such thing as friendly fire. None. NATO forces got, I think we got red traces, NATO forces, and the communists got green traces. Ain't no such thing as friendly fire, man. If it was a friendly fire, they meant to shoot you. They meant to get you. There ain't no such thing. You train. And when I say you train. You train with them guns on them ranges and shooting live rounds, all kind of stuff. and all of a sudden now you get in combat and now you shot your own buddy? No. Don't work like that. So,
I mean, they're killing them on purpose.
Yeah.
And just saying, well, this was friendly fire.
Yeah.
You know, man, they shot down 3 jets today. 3 American jets got blown out the sky. They said they tried to say that it was Qatar that did it, but the Iranians said we did it. Don't be lying like it's friendly fire. They claim we shot the damn planes down. You know what I mean? So who the hell knows? You know what I mean? And you right, Worthy Joshua, Green Zone. That's where the U.S. Embassy's at, and you know they hit the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh. So it's they hit the U.S. Embassy over there, brother. So Saudi Arabia is under an enormous pressure right now to respond. Every country getting hit over there. Every country getting hit. They thought it was going to just be a little skirmish between them. That thing is spreading all over the Middle East, man. And it is the will of the Most High. That's right. That's right, you know, man. And even if they quell it down, once those hot spots get cracked open, they never close back. You always got insurgencies going on. And it's expanding. And what's going to happen then? And another thing, too, is they got a lot of rebels in them countries, all them countries with all that wealth, Dubai and all Qatar and all them. They got a lot of poor people in there out there mad as hell at their governments. And now that they under fire, they may move on. It's a mess, man. Somebody else wanted to add in before we go on?
Good to go, Joe.
All right. Where we going?
Kazak Iman said something heavy about people who join it. Kazak Iman said people that join the military and try to make a career of it. They say studies show that they stay mentally and emotionally at the same age they went in the army at. Like they don't mature mentally and emotionally. They stay right there, just like in prison.
Damn.
Damn.
There's probably so many things happen to you in there that they bury the studies on.
Yeah, I tell you one.
Let out that type of study. Go ahead, Mike.
When I was in the world, no sweat, General. When I was in the world, I forget where I was going. It could have been the world, or when I first came into the truth when I was young. I was driving to my mother's, and I saw a girl that I grew up with, and her mother was walking her down the block, but she was walking real slow, kind of zombie-ish, or kind of crying, kind of like sad and zombie-ish. And this is a young girl, way younger than I was, and walking her down the street. And I asked the woman, I said, "Hey, ma'am, is Mashana all right?" I knew her name and everything. I said, "She all right?" I said, "Yeah, she okay." And and the woman was familiar with me. We lived in the same neighborhood. So she said, "Yeah, but when she came home from that military, she was all right. But then they called her back in, and she just went into this state." So I'm trying to walk around the avenue to take her to the clinic, but she been like this for days. And I said, "Well, let me give y'all a ride." It was a little walk to that clinic she was talking about. So I gave him a ride. But this was a beautiful young sister, that I grew up with in my neighborhood, and she was messed up, General. I ain't never seen it. It was like she was catatonic, damn near. Almost walking her down the street. I could imagine. I didn't go into everything right there while she was there. I didn't want to traumatize her no more. But she was real messed up. And just from the call, they called her back in.
Just to get called back in.
Yeah, come.
Damn.
If I could say something, sir. Jim. And if I could, sir, because of the war in Iran, you're going to see so many black preachers and Hispanic preachers speaking about Donald Trump and how he's corrupt and they should have never started this war and this war is unjust. And what I'm going to wait for on the internet is the preacher that apologizes for telling black and Latino children to join the military. I'm going to sit and wait for that for a week, right? For 1 week while they complain that Donald Trump is a felon, which he is, that Donald Trump is a pedophile, which he is. I want to see the preacher that apologizes for saying to his congregation that their young men and women should join the white man's military. Because virtually every black and Latino church has been doing it for 50 years. Yeah, they've been doing this for 50 years. Yeah. They stand up in church. There's a flag sitting in the damn church. Yep. An American flag in the church, and they praise some boy that just enlisted in the army. Praise some woman Please, sir.
I was just gonna say, and bring them in there with their uniform on.
Oh yeah.
Bring them in there with the uniform on, right in front of children who are poor and lost and hurt, and some of those children devastated by molestations they received in church. And so now those same kids have to find out that the only path for redemption, the only path to be a man, the only path to get away from the trauma of my household is to join the white man's military, and the preacher told him to do it. I'll wait for the apologies, right? Since you know Donald Trump is corrupt and he is a terrible leader, but you also know he's commander-in-chief of the same military that you told blacks and Latinos to join. Yep. So now, let's see if a preacher apologizes, sir. Let's see how long that takes.
Good.
Damn right. You're so right.
Damn right,
bro. Damn right. You're so right about that. Damn right. Where else we going, you dad?
Concert missiles continue as Iranian leaders project defiance over Khamenei.
Over Khomeini, right?
Yeah,
same thing.
Ayatollah Khomeini, huh?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, they mad over them killing them. I mean, they killed him in the first 3 hours. Damn. Popped him quick. Show you the technology they're dealing with. Go ahead.
Sir, huge airstrikes by the United States and Israel continue to hit Tehran as other cities in Iran. As the Iranian establishment ponders its future while launching projectiles across. The capital was rocked numerous times on Sunday after a series of attacks hit multiple neighborhoods, with the Israeli army saying military sentries were among the targets. Iranian authorities have largely refrained from discussing missile impacts, and the internet connectivity remained almost entirely blocked for a second day.
They shut all them communications down over there, bro. That's a rough one right there. And let me tell you something about what I want to know is how are they going to act now that they're about to pull the draft in, and blacks and Latinos they were cutting their pictures out of the military. Remember, they went in there and got rid of their pictures, rid of their statues, got rid of their tombstones. Now what? Just let's all forget about it and send them all back in there. That's probably what they're going to be wanting to do.
Of course.
But they're going to look for us to go over there and bleed and die in this place. You know what I mean? While being treated like garbage the whole time. While this cat has been trying to erase us, drag people out their houses, all of that, we're going to be the first ones that they'll be acting like y'all should step up and go. When, they don't have no better right to the country than we do. We the ones actually built it. You know what I'm saying? So, damn that. You know what I mean? But that's definitely what they're looking for. Go ahead, you dad. Can I pull one? Give me Isaiah 13. Love this scripture, man. 13:3, if I could. The meat of it though is in 5 and 6.
Come on, sir.
I mean, 4 and 5, really. But go ahead.
Come on, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
That's it. This is now showtime. He getting ready to call his mighty ones for anger. He's going to bring nothing but hell down on this place. And eventually we're going to be dragged into it as well. Every nation is going to war. Before this is over, every single nation is going to go to war. Go ahead. Even get me right on this. Even factions of white people going to be going to war with each other.
Yep.
Tons of factions of them. The French, the Russians. They're going to be going back and forth with each other. Go ahead.
The Russians and
Mariah, you can
doing
throw
it
up
right
as
now.
much footage as you want of the war. Second.
The Russians and the Ukrainians doing it now.
They're doing it right now. So there's going to be plenty of that. Go ahead.
Khan, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Especially talking about us. We rejoice in his highness. We ain't going to have no choice. The Africans, the Arabs, they all going to be up in here trying to kill everybody. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains.
That's what's going on over there right now. The noise of a multitude in the mountains. They all in the mountains going to war with each other. And I heard now Pakistan is beefing with Afghanistan. If it goes there, then they done super spread the widen the battlefield. And the Lord promised in Joel, the 3rd chapter, he was going to bring everybody into this battle.
That's right.
Everybody is going to be a part of this battle.
That's right.
But we got to make a major step. When they bombed Saudi Arabia, now, come on now.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Heard it at the Israelite School of Universal
Practical Knowledge. That's right, Jerry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe y'all heard it somewhere else. But I heard it.
Sir. That's right,
I happened
sir.
to be on their website. You know what I'm saying? And go and caught it over there. Somehow they knew. I don't know. Maybe they psychic. Or maybe they prophets of God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And now they done went and hit Iran. This thing could go anywhere. If the U.S. don't put this down in the next week, it's going to be hell and mayhem to pay. Go ahead, you was going to say something, Salaki. Please.
What I was going to say, what you're saying is so heavy, and it's something to think about. In about 2 months, Iran, remember, FIFA is going to be in the United States, and Iran is set to play a world match in Los Angeles around June 11th, June 13th. There's something to think about.
Anybody going after that? Yeah, anybody going after that match? Oh, man. Like, you better, let me tell you, I'll tell you like I was telling them many years ago, stay out of the white people's way right now. Right now, sit up in white restaurants and all that, sitting out. Y'all like to sit in them little outdoor cafes with whitey and all that. I wouldn't be doing that right now.
That's right.
You better go way up in that hood somewhere and get you some soul food and keep quiet.
That's right, sir.
You know what, man? You don't
Yeah.
that footprint on what's going on anywhere in the world. I mean, they scrambling. They said they don't have enough planes to get Americans out of these countries because they running out of every country over there. They don't have enough planes to get them out of there. Go ahead, Mike. You was gonna say something, Salaki?
I was just gonna say, and you're right, because white people. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Because white people they at war with each other. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans, a lot of them is mad at Trump because Trump said, you know, he ain't gonna be no wars under his rule if he get back in. Ain't gonna be no more wars. Now they trying to clean it up. So, well, the president never said there's not going to be any wars. He said there's not going to be any forever wars. We're not going to put any troops on the ground. But yet they recently said they don't know how long this is going to take. He's saying 4 to 5 weeks. Then they come back and say however long it takes. That sounds like a forever war to me. And so for the white people is fighting each other.
Say again. Go ahead, Maya.
So white people fighting each other. You're right. I would stay out of their way and let them work this out amongst each other. I yield.
So busy hating us, and so busy looking at us like we're the filth of the earth. Now is the time to them to, you know, go on and do like they do, go killing and bombing and stealing and robbing and all over the earth, because judgment is coming. Go ahead.
I was going to back you up in that. Donald Trump doesn't like to glorify black achievements in the military anyway.
That's right.
So let's give them no reason to give us medals. Let's give them no reason to erect statues to us. Let's let dying in Iran be a white job. That's a white job, dying in Iran, right? We'll take the black jobs over here. Remember when Donald Trump was saying Latinos are taking black jobs? No sweat. Let dying in the Middle East be a white job.
Right.
That's a white job. Let dying in the Middle East, getting killed for a pedophile's distraction, let that be a white job. And let all of them, so that way there's no reason to give us medals. There's no reason to erect plaques to blacks and Latinos, because dying in the Middle East will become a white job.
That's right.
Damn right, John.
Go ahead, you Give me a little more.
Khan, sir, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
That's just what's going on over there right now. They better hurry up and quell this down, because if it continues, it's going to become a total mess over there. They'll just, like, if they given enough time, they'll just keep building weapons, bombing and bombing. Both sides will keep building, and bombing the place like crazy. Go ahead.
Khan, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right, the Lord is calling this up out. The Lord, this is actual judgment of the Most High. This is actual the Lord's hand in it. Like Donald Trump meant what he said. he said he was not going to have no more of them forever war. But Donald Trump is not the final arbitrator of what goes on in the Middle East or in the world. So he started out trying not to do that. But the Lord made it different where the Israelis, scared of the Iranians, which got the pictures of him in the back door, they probably got a file. They probably lift the file up like, Donald, need you to do a little something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that file don't hit these streets. You understand? They got him, so those files don't hit the streets. He had to go do what they wanted him to do. And that is if the Lord stepping in and putting pressure on your kingdom. And that's exactly what he did. And now all them nations are gathered together in it. All them comfortable Arab countries. They were so comfortable over there. The riches, the money they was making off that oil. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, everybody who, all the merchants that became rich from Revelation. You know what I mean? They all sitting up there like, damn, we used to have peace and quiet and love over here. Not no more. They all being called in. Jordan trying to stay out of it. They going in it too.
Come.
You know what I mean? All them countries are going in it, man. And that's why, man, everybody that listened to them fools that told you to go over there, to go get out of America, go to the other land. The war is going everywhere. You can't run and hide from it. You got to turn and face the east and pray to the Lord that he keep you and yours out of it. Go ahead. Let's keep going real quick.
Come on, sir. Verse 5. They come from a far country.
That's right.
From the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
That's right. They're coming from far ends of the earth. And it's the Lord doing it with the weapons of his indignation, brother. And that indignation coming from the Lord is going to be horrible. You're going to hear some horror stories. Yeah. Put that map back up if you could, Marah. Look at that map right there. Cyprus. I didn't even know they hit Cyprus. Look how far away Cyprus is. On the other side of Israel. Damn near in the Greek Isles. They hit Cyprus, of course, Israel, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Oman. That is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 9 countries. 9 countries is expanded to for now.
Yeah.
Boy, they better put that thing down quick. If they don't, it's going to get nasty. Go ahead, Op.
Khan, sir. To destroy the whole land.
To destroy the whole land. You understand? Go ahead. 2 more if you could, if you don't mind.
Stretch it
a little bit. Go ahead.
Verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand.
I love that description. How you? Like, you better scream out now. The Lord want to hear you. The Lord wants you to howl like a wolf. Like you hear a wolf in the wood. Oh, that howl is like, hell, come together. He wants you to howl to bring that thing forth. Go ahead. And we've been howling this truth for many years on these streets, and it is beautiful and glorious, man. That's right. And let me tell you something. Ignore the naysayers. This is the original 1 West, 125th Street. You cannot deny the ISUBK. You can lie on us and all that. You understand? And pretend like you are part of this nation. When the Lord said, if you come another way, you a thief.
That's right.
You are a thief if you come another way and try to mingle yourself in with the ISUBK or try to act like you from the root of the ISUBK, man. The pedigree is real.
Damn
you understand?
right.
Nobody lied on that pedigree.
Right.
And neither can you lie on it. So what are you talking about? UPK brought these prophecies before.
That's right.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Khan, sir. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It shall come as a destruction of the Almighty. It's coming by the hand of the Lord to destroy them empires out. You understand? And let me tell you something, Mark. If you believe the Epstein files, like, come on, man. It's got to be some serious judgment. like the stuff they was doing, like I brought out before, they were in there trying to do genetically experiments to find out how to create hermaphrodites with dual sex organs. They wanted you to be born with dual sex organs, leaning towards one or the other, but to have both. And the reason they want to have both is because they want to break the barrier between men and women, because that barrier between men and women creates families. Those families create governments. Those governments create empires. If they can break that, then everybody will just be an individual, and you be supposedly willing to have sex with men or women because you got both sex organs. So you couldn't, you know what I mean? You would just be screwed up in the mind. And they wanted you to have that so that this way they can make it a world of slaves. And they serious about it. We may not realize it, but they are serious about it. I found out this week, Jeffrey Epstein was all in the NBA. The whole NBA, they broke down the whole NBA structure, the National Basketball League. You saw it too, right, Dad? They broke the thing down this week, and they said that the Jeffrey Epstein was doing commentary and writing on it because what he was doing was he was trying to get the scientists and the white basketball players together, trying to create like a super race. He was all in it, and he was criticizing all the black players, LeBron James and all of them, just coming up against them constantly, you know, putting all kinds of stuff out on the computer about him. He was obsessed with trying to make these Edomites like supermen. They was about making a super race for themselves out, and they still on it, even though they got rid of him out the spotlight. There's somebody waiting in the wings to do the same thing. I mean, they are really doing some Frankenstein stuff, or attempting to do Frankenstein stuff. And I think that I bring out about the horror they was bringing to the kids and why about the adrenal glands and all that. Listen, these people is monsters. They would take a child, right, and terrorize this child till the child is frightened to damn near the point of passing out. And once that child gets to that point, that's when they would drain the child's blood. And the reason why is they wanted the adrenaline in the child's blood so that they could drink that blood, and that adrenaline would make them younger, according to what they were saying. It would make them, you know, longer, their skin more supple, and they believed that it would give them long life, and believed that it was okay for them to do it. And they said that one thing that they did was they would strap a kid down. This is some horrible shit. They would strap the kid down, right? The kid is crying and horrible, and they would take a scalpel and cut the baby's, this is a baby now, cut the baby's face off while it's alive. Baby screaming and hollering and all. And that wasn't enough. They would take off the flesh of the baby's face, put it on their face, bleeding and everything. Baby ain't got no face now. And they would come, while the baby's strapped down, they would come and bring their face down into the baby's face. The baby would scream, bloody horror, looking at their own face, blood coming down on their face, and pass the hell out. They cut up the baby, and now this is what's in the file. That was just one. I saw one. I told you I couldn't even play the one I saw the other night. I won't even talk about that one. I saw one the other night, and it was, I mean, I was like, I'm done. Like I'm done. It was just insanity. And this cat here, man, he was some kind of he was one of those cats that like almost like autistic, where he was a genius in math but had no feeling. Like he got you can murder somebody in front of him, and to him and that it doesn't. He ain't affected by it. Sociopath, psychopath, right? Psychopath, right? And that's what he was. Go ahead, Maya.
It made so much sense, General, because years I used to think, in the richest country on the earth, why is there so many commercials that need donations to help them, like the Shriners Hospital for Kids, it's another one or two, I forget that it's St. Christopher or something, for kids. Right. And the sick dog commercial, they put them old puppies starving and horses starving. It's so many groups that ask for money for things to seem like, it should be an easy, everybody should be supporting this. Look at the babies and look at this. In the richest country on the earth, for years, they beg for money. And I always said, man, these people got to be evil as hell sitting on billions, but the people got to always send $19 a month, 65 cents a day. The people, the citizens, the poor, got to always fund these groups that need this money for life-saving things. How come these billionaires and these leaders that run the earth how come it ain't a law that they got to help with these different things for their country that they supposedly love? But in all this Epstein stuff, it makes sense because the people running this world, they really don't love a country. They're really not patriotic. They really don't love the citizens. These are monsters and ghoulies. And they want all the money, all the power, all the things that they got. And the poor, you peons, got to fend for yourself. They ain't giving a dime to none of them things. And it makes sense because, like you said, Epstein, you kill somebody right in front of him and he don't feel a thing. And all the people that roll with him, they eating babies and cooking babies and teaching and got recipes on how to season their human flesh. I understand why they don't give a damn about humans in their country, in their society. I yield, sir.
The humans in their country is like the cows on your farm.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Like, we got a farm full of cows. You want to make sure them cows is healthy and right just the way you want them. But you ain't got a personal love with the cow because you finna put him in the joint and cut his throat. So you can cut him up and eat that good meat, that good steak. And they looking at humans the same damn way. You know what I mean? And that old cat that was so damn rich. I don't know if he's still alive. I think he died in prison recently. That cat that owned Victoria's Secret. He owned Victoria's Secret, Bed Bath and Beyond. He's the guy in the film with the hair drawn back that you see in the film with the three girls when they talking about getting their stem cells. That's him. This cat is a multi-billionaire sitting back, and you know what they learn how to do too? The small hats learn how to create cabals in everything they do. And back to the basketball, man, they laid out the whole cabal of how the basketball works and who owns what. And they all so-called Jews, from every last one of them. The whole NBA is owned by so-called Jews. The corporations that's got it, the ones in charge, and all of them are billionaires. It's a whole cabal. And Jeffrey Epstein was right up in the middle of it. He financed a couple guys that they wanted him to finance to buy some of those teams. Okay, finance them guys. You wonder how they get all that money, how they get the money to do that. They go and turn around, invest in the NBA through one of their super spies, get the team. Now the team breaks off, the small hats, a piece of the proceeds, and they make millions for themselves, and they just look like a big wig and look like just another smart businessman. When meanwhile, behind the scenes, they running whole gangster operations, man. Like, this is a real monster world we in. So read 6 and 7 for me, man. How ye? And I'm gonna get up off it.
Come on, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint.
All hands are going to become faint. And I looked at Donald Trump today when he was giving them awards out today. He did not look comfortable. He was in the room where they was giving him awards, and he had to give one of them awards to a black woman. A whole family was there and all that. And he was sitting in that room, brother. He was uncomfortable about this thing with this war here. I don't know if they expected it, and I don't think they knew that the Israelis were going to knock off the head of them Iranians. I don't think they knew that. I mean, maybe they did, but they should be charged as if they did. But I'm going to tell you, boy, it was looking real flaky because he did not look comfortable in that Oval Office. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Read 7.
Come, sir. And every man's heart shall melt.
And that's what's getting ready to happen now. All that Billy Bad talk, all that abusing Latino, it's easy to run down the street and drag a Latino out of his car and snatch his baby from him and be absolutely brutal. But when you get ready to get into the real theater of war and see those horrors, man. Them cats coming back with PTSD for a good reason.
Yeah.
They coming back head all twisted for a good reason. Because at that time, you in the worst of the world. And many of them are going to be drafted and carried out over there and wiped out. And they better not get a Democrat in some of that Congress, because all you ICE agents, if they go to war long enough and the Democrats get in power, they looking to get rid of you quick.
Yeah.
They're going to mess up your life. Go ahead. That was it for me on that.
Okay.
If I can say,
Please,
I'm sorry,
Joe,
you died.
please.
You got something, you died.
No, go ahead. Y'all got it.
If I can say one thing, that's why, for the life of me, I don't know why Americans, white Americans especially, why do you pick a president with no morals? Like, you can tell that you don't care about the kind of person he is. Because I try to imagine having a terrible secret and being willing to start World War III to hide it.
Dang.
Like, it's
a different kind of person.
Why don't you just repent?
Yeah.
I mean, let's say you did a terrible thing.
Right.
Resign. Do the honorable thing they would do back in the day.
Right.
Back in the day, a nobleman would do the honorable thing.
The Japanese would do.
I was trying not to. Listen, these was noblemen of honor.
Yeah.
They made terrible mistakes.
Yeah.
They would do the honorable thing. Can you imagine starting World War III to hide your secrets?
Right.
To not even care, which is, I believe what you're saying is absolutely true. Donald Trump is not smart enough to understand war. So he doesn't like this. This is negotiate, make money, and deal and deal. He does not understand all of the logistics of Middle East war.
How much money it
costs. Oh my
costs.
God, all the money and this and that. He doesn't even understand it. He can't read.
Right.
He doesn't understand it.
They say he got a 2-minute attention span.
Yes.
He be watching the stuff for 2 minutes and that's it. He can't watch it no more.
Can you imagine now putting him involved in this? The Israelis just are running it because he can't do it. He doesn't want to do this. But he has a secret. And to hide that secret, he will start World War III. Rather than just resigning, repenting, fighting, laying down on the mercy of people. He will kill your children in war. Your children to go to war. Also, a sinner can hide his sin.
God. That's what I was going to say, General. Like, at least get in front of the TV and cry and say, I'm sorry, I was young. Please forgive me. The people in America, they might cry with you and say, oh, forgive him. But instead, he's going to risk the life of millions of America to hide his little secret. You're right, sir.
Alicio 313 said, man, go teach this BS to your people. I said, huh?
So like I said, I banned some corny brother that everybody's talking about him. He had to get banned. He was just.
Oh, y'all bumped him out of here? Well, I wanted to bring up his quote now that it's still up there on the screen, if you don't mind. You know what I mean?
Off his medication.
The quote you was about to say, they was talking to him.
Oh, not to Alicio.
Yeah, Alicio was talking to the
him.
Bad.
Oh, my bad, Alicio. My bad. You right. Okay. Well, okay.
He just off his meds, Mariah. He off the meds.
Yeah,
the cat's name was Tyrone. So
Tyrone, okay.
So I banned him. He came back. I banned him again. Somebody said they cloned Tyrone.
God. Yo, man, it's crazy.
So he back again.
He back again.
God damn. What did you change the name?
He obsessed with this show. Yo, man. Oh, wait a minute. This is a cat that's been in the truth before. You knocked it out quick. The water. He knocked it out. Yeah, he been in the. He's been around the truth or something because he knew all slave names and everything. The Tyrone cat. Anyway, we ain't gonna pay him no mind because what we saying is so important. And the only reason you cops be commenting about it is because you so hate that freedom of speech extends to the slaves.
That's it.
You hate that the slaves get to call you on your filth and your dirt. That's what you hate. You know what I mean? So for our people, man, you know what I'm saying? For our people, brothers and sisters, man, get ready for rough times, man. Get ready for rough times. Get ready to set our own networks up to help one another when times get rough. I don't know how soon it'll be or what's going to go down, but I know right now a major sign was given. Whether and this is the thing you got to remember about the judgment of the Lord. It don't matter if they battling on the street or not. Remember before, after they bombed Iran, they was like, see, Johanna, you ain't know what you was talking about. They bombed Iran and they went home and ain't nothing happened. I said, okay, let's sit back and wait and see. It don't matter because the Lord's judgment goes down regardless. So now they back at it again. They might quiet it down again. But so one thing, the prophecy came clear. Saudi Arabia got hit according to the scriptures.
That's right.
And that's biblical prophecy. You can't get around that, which means that this was another step in drawing all those nations deep into the Middle East for the Third World War. Like this is one step closer. You understand? You still got countries like Turkey and other countries that also have to be drawn in. So this might quail down. It might quail down for a while. But when it rises back up, and remember now, this has been going on since they bombed Gaza. They rose up, bombed Gaza, they quieted down. They rose up, bombed Gaza and Lebanon, they quieted down. They rose up, they bombed Gaza, Lebanon, and Syria, and they quieted down. Now they rose up against the Iranians, and now everybody's getting bombed. Bombing up there in Iraq, they bombing in Syria. They like every group is trying to get vengeance for what has happened. And listen, and them Arabs, remember what the prophecies of the scripture said. I'm gonna ask y'all to find this one, where the Lord said,
His hand against his brother, every man against
no, the one where he talks about the Arabs coming together.
Not a wild man.
Not the wild man is good, but there's one. Where's the one where he says that he have blessed him with 7?
He should dwell with his brethren.
That's one, definitely one. You think you can find that one? He shall dwell with his brethren. And the other one where it says the Lord had blessed him with 7 sons or 7. You know what I mean? Like he said he would give Ishmael 7 sons. Or
I think that might be all in the same place.
Might be all around the same place. Like that'll tell you what's really going to happen with these Arabs. Them ones that he done bombed, they should be scared to death in those other countries, including Saudi Arabia, because they have Arab clerics who are in those countries who do not like those secular government. Remember, this show you how this is the Lord. Remember, the whole Osama bin Laden issue was because Osama bin Laden did not like them bringing Americans on Saudi Arabian soil. Remember, that was against their rules in Saudi Arabia. They said you cannot bring U.S. troops into Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia brought the U.S. troops. Osama bin Laden went to war over it and brought Afghanistan in it. And so that was another step towards the end of that. Now this prophecy coming to pass of them hitting that embassy in Saudi Arabia, brother, and hitting them oil fields in Saudi Arabia is such a significant step into this prophecy of it all falling into the Third World War. And it's going to be heavy. You was able to find it? Tell them where you at.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 12.
Check it out, y'all.
And he will be a wild man.
Go above it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
He know how to fight when everybody hate him, and he prefers it that way. The Lord made him. That's why he dwelled in them with them camels in the woods. Like this cat don't need a city and everybody loving him. This is a different kind of cat, this Ishmaelite. He can dwell out there with a camel by himself. You don't need every hand could be against him and he could be against every hand. He cool. And that's exactly what we're seeing. He's going back to who he is. Because the Lord, who's doing this? The Most High is doing this. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
He's dwelling in the presence of all his brethren. They in there battling right or wrong, battling each other right now in the presence of all his brethren. All them Arabs are sitting in them different countries with their rich leaders, with their rich Western leaders, with their rich Western leaders that have made alliances with the Israelis who have just devastated Gaza. And they sitting in them countries out doing the 5 times a day. And this is Ramadan, by the way. We in the middle of Ramadan. I went up there to I went up to pick up my Amazon package. I come in the door, the brother in there in the long Muslim garment, he ain't ate since do Ramadan in the United States, all them chemicals in your body from all this horrible food, them chemicals start draining. When them chemicals start draining, all your brain and nerves, it ain't like you over there eating that lamb out the woods. You can go another day, you know, you can do that once a day, but you try to do that Ramadan over here, them niggas was tripping. He was fiending for a plate of food. I started off with something. I said, I know it's Ramadan. Y'all going to do whatever it is y'all do. But them brothers stressed over that. I tried to just get my other bro. Where the Amazon package is? The locker over there. I said, okay. I ain't say that to him, but you know what I'm saying. I was thinking in my head, you know. Go ahead, you got it.
If I may, sir, 2 things. You're a better man than me, General, because I offer all the Muslim brothers in my slavery food. I'm like, Khalid, you need something, brother? Go to Chick-fil-A. But if I could, sir, we had a Muslim brother come up to us at camp, sir, and I apparently we all been cleansing ourselves the wrong way. Brother came up to Officer Marah and asked him, how does he wipe himself on the toilet? Sir, this brother looked Officer Marah, myself, Azad War, I bowed in our faces and said, you're not supposed to use toilet paper or wipes. You're supposed to get a cup, run it with water, use your hand, and that's how you cleanse yourself in the retreat.
And I know that's true because I was watching a video about one of them snipers that was over there, and he was saying how they would do that, and he was like, he thought it was disgusting and blah blah blah, and I said to myself, that's not true. But now I see that is true. That's something that they actually practice over there.
He doing it in America? This same guy?
He doing it here though. Right. He doing it right here in Philly.
In the hood too.
In the hood, right. That's rough. That's rough. I'm thanks I'm in the truth. I use toilet paper. Even during Passover week, I'm using toilet.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So these rules that is in these religions is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous on all sides. There is no truth except for the Most High. But he did bless Ishmael to be able to come together in these last times. He put that oil underneath them, which made them never want to go to other countries. Like they are people that like to stay in that desert over there where they at, get that oil, and live that life in that desert. You try to separate them, it's never gonna help. They ain't never moved. They ain't moved up countries in thousands of years.
So I got the scripture, General, where it talk about the 12.
Go ahead, my.
I was gonna say I got the scripture where it talk about the 12 princes and how the Lord made them a great nation with that oil.
Can we get that one after this one?
Yeah. Okay, come. Genesis 17 and 20, you die when you're ready.
All right, let's rock both of those out. All right. And once again, the Lord is giving them something to come up against the empires with. Because again, all of them have to get into this war. The whole earth is about to be reset by the hand of the Lord. He's going to reset the planet from the bullshit that's been going on for thousands of years. Go ahead,
And General, just for the people who don't understand, that's the valley of decision that the scriptures talk about, right?
Yes, it is. Joel, the chapter, the valley of decisions. It is exactly what that is. And this is exactly what's happening. And once again, the skirmish might die down, but you can go to sleep if you want to on the prophecy because it's going to stir back up. That's why every officer should be vigilant now. And also, too, if I could take a quick break to say this, any captain out there that wants to raise up officers to captains, I'm going to give y'all one more week. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks. I'm going to give y'all one more week
to email me or contact General Muhammad. You can email me at yohana@isupk.org, not com.org. If you email me there, I'll review them and decide which ones should become captains. So if you got some brothers that are really stellar and you want to bring them up to become captains, now's the time to do it. I'll raise them up at the Passover, but you better send me in that information this week so that I could, go through them and review them and see if they fit the criteria to become a captain. And we can go on because you're getting ready to need them. You're getting ready to need them because as this place breaks down, them preachers are going to do just what they did when that flood came. They locked the damn doors of their church trying to save their $1 million building. And meanwhile, they didn't give a damn about the people, right or wrong.
Right.
So we got an obligation to Yahushua. You know what I mean? Christ said to Peter, if you love me, feed my flock. That's talking about the knowledge first. But it's talking about everything else that comes behind that. Once they come to the Lord, you better be ready to really work for the Lord in taking care of these people, man. And captains should be preparing, you know what I mean? Because it's going to happen. This ain't hyperbole I'm talking. I know you done heard this for a long time, but remember this. Noah prophesied for 120 years. That's a long time. But on the 121st year, them niggas was swimming for dear life. So get our head right. All right. You was gonna say something, somebody else? We'll keep going. Go ahead, you die real quick.
Come on, so the book of Genesis, chapter 17, and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And as for Ishmael, I've heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly.
Right. He made him strong. Go ahead. And this is more proof that they are not the chosen. Because the very same book that talks about what blessing they did have also talks about them not being the chosen.
Yeah. Right.
So that's why it's a lie when people turn around and say, well, the Bible is corrupt. The Bible don't have the story right. The Bible don't have the story right. Why would the Lord also say, yeah, I am going to put something on Ishmael and give them what they need to do what they need to do, especially at the end. But still, in Isaac shall my seed be called.
That's the 21st verse, General.
21st verse. You got right. I'm gonna let him go down and read it. So I just want to make that distinction about what they try to say about this book. Also, too, can I just a little sidebar? I was just watching last night. I was sitting up, watching the History Channel, and they was going into this whole thing about the Anunnaki and how they believe that these are extraterrestrials that seeded the planet, which is all a lie, right? But here's the part that really struck me about Esau. Now, this is supposed to be the History Channel. They're supposed to know what the hell they talking about. And here's how you know they was lying. Brother, they pulled up the pictures of the people that lived in the city called Summer. Now, you know that's the city right next to the city that Abraham came from, which is Ur.
Right.
So these is like neighboring cities. They pull these frescoes up of these brothers because they got them out of Iraq. And these frescoes had, perfectly beautiful brown skin like ours. With the braids, it totally, you could tell we came from these people as a people, right? Mm-hmm. Then they moved up to the point where they got to the biblical part. Mm-hmm. And when they got to the biblical part, they switched all the pictures to Leonardo da Vinci's pictures of them white naked people and naked babies and all that. And the whole time they was so staunch on how it was so possible for these people to be extraterrestrials that seeded the earth. But when they got to the part about the Bible, everything was questionable. Everything was, well, they probably got the story from them, or they probably got this story from them. And that was proof that they always trashed the Bible. They always put down the Lord's word. When this scripture's here, these prophecies here, this is the best thing you could ever have. If you stuck on an island by yourself, hope that you got a Bible with you, brother, and you're going to be fine. Because it's going to show you everything you need to do. I just had to add that to it.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead. Go ahead, you die.
Come, sir. 12 princes shall he beget.
12 princes. Go ahead.
And I will make him a great nation.
And he built them up. Go ahead.
Verse 21. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
But what?
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
And he don't care where Isaac's people are at. He still got that covenant with Isaac. Christ sealed that covenant. So we're the people that are chosen by the Lord, and we're the people that's going to be risen up. And he got his people. They got their oil. The Lord shined on them. But their shining was for a time. Ours is going to be forever and ever and ever, never to be stopped again. You had another scripture y'all was holding, right? Was that Mayat? You had one?
That was it, sir.
So
That was it. He just read it, General.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
I think he said go down one more. He's going down one more to 21.
21? All right, I'm coming back to you, Marah. Or something wrong with the system? Or
No. It was just a brother had a question about Ishmael.
Go ahead, give it to me.
He asked. He said, "Ishmaelites are our brethren or no?"
They're not our brethren. The Ishmaelites are a whole nother nation that broke off from Abraham. You got to go back and read the story of Abraham before he had Isaac. Isaac is that's why it says, "In Isaac shall thy seed be called," because he had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac. But Ishmael was cast out. The Lord told Abraham to obey his wife and put the bond child out, which was Ishmael, and to keep Isaac and raise him up. And the Lord didn't kill Ishmael. Ishmael didn't disappear off the earth. If you go back and read further down, when they went to bury Abraham, Ishmael was there. So their people was around. But they are not the chosen people. You know what I mean? They came up against us many times. One of the main ways they came up against us is that one of their descendants were the Midianites. And these Midianites gave us hell during the time of Gideon. They come out of all those family lines. So no, they are not us. They are not the chosen people. And it's a heartbreak. Muslims don't want you to say this, but it's a heartbreak to see them dressed like the Arabs, following the laws of the Arabs, doing the things of the Arabs when we're not Arabs. We're not those people. You know what I mean? Like just like it's horrible to see a Christian wearing a suit and tie, trying to be like the white man, shaving his hair off, cutting his beard so he don't have no beard on his face, being homosexual, that's all a Greco-Roman way of life. That's a Roman Catholic religion. That's a white man's God. So you got an Arab's God and a white man's God and every other God, and you never find out who you are. You never seek it out. You're the only people in this time, 2026, that have no clue who your national identity is, who your origins are. And that's the proof in itself that you are the chosen people of the Lord. Because the Lord said he would scatter us and we would not know, where we came from. But boy, oh boy, if you could take the time and study it, if you could just say, down in the street, I don't believe him. I think he's dead wrong, but I'm going to give him a second and I'm going to go through what he's saying and seeing if it's true. And by the time you get to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it's going to blow your mind. And you're going to be able, and we must really be the chosen people. Let me tell you something. We outshine all of them. I always say this to ourselves. The Arabs would have done better if they had black men as spokesmen, because they can't talk. They get on CNN and, well, in the name of Allah, we hope. The war breaking out, they bombing the whole damn place. These cats don't have the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the spirit to bring forth. That's why them preachers are so effective. Because even though they're in the negative, they still the chosen people of the Lord, using the spirit of the Father to do amazing things. And we do it in everything. That's why we so good at music, sports, science. We are some of the smartest engineers on the planet, despite what they say. Like they engineer everything when we invented all of that stuff. We invented every last bit of that stuff. They just stole it because we were the slave. And we don't recognize how great we are and how close it makes us to the Lord. And especially how high moral we are. Excuse me, Salakia. Go ahead, you die. I don't want to take too much. So no, the answer is no.
We have nothing to do with the Ishmaelites. We have nothing to do with the Arab world in terms of being kin to us, and especially with their religions. You know what I mean? Sorry to break hearts. Go ahead. You know what I mean? And if I could, last point. Proof of that is what happened with Farrakhan. Farrakhan became a spokesman for Gaddafi. You know what I mean? When they went and destroyed Iraq, he went and had something to say about Saddam Hussein. He didn't have much to say about Venezuela because he don't know. He don't have the knowledge of the truth. When Venezuela is his people, but the Arabs are not his people. You know what I mean? And so Elijah Muhammad and them, you know, they tried to help black people, but they tried to take an Arab's religion and apply it to black people, thinking they could help black people that way, when that was the mistake. The mistake was the mistake was to not go and find out who these people are from the beginning. You born a slave, you come from slaves. So the first thing you're supposed to do is like, who are these slaves? Where do they actually come from? What people are they? And it's not hard to find. You can go right into the history and show you we all came off the coast of Africa, but our identity was different than the Africans. And it shows you that we were the chosen people. We were called Fort Judah. We had all the biblical names, even when we was on the other side of the world. You know what I mean? And that's why so many of you got caught up into Egypt and caught up into anything. And the prophecies in the Bible tell you we wouldn't know who we are. The scriptures say an ox knoweth his owner, an ass his master's crib. But my people doeth not know. They don't consider. Meaning an ox, if you go out in the middle of the field and you leave your ox out there, right? And the sun start coming down. The ox know how to walk. He'll walk in the dark. You know what I mean? You done left him out there. He gonna walk in the dark and he gonna find his master's crib. You understand? And the same with an ass. Like a donkey. You know how sometimes a donkey sit down, you can't get him to move?
Yeah.
If you drop the leash on the donkey and leave, he might sit there half the night. But sometime in the middle of the night, he gonna get up when he's ready, or it start getting too cold out, and he gonna find his way back to where he's supposed to be. Meaning the two dumbest animals know how to get back to where they belong. But the Lord said, my people don't know how to get back where they belong.
Right.
They don't even consider. You like that animal sitting out in the woods that can't figure your way back, and you end up dying in them woods. When you're supposed to be figuring out who are we before you take on somebody's religion. I don't care if your mama taught you, your daddy taught you. I don't care if it was the religion in your neighborhood. I don't care if your homies firing guns was doing it. You got to know it for yourself. You know what I mean? And that was a big thing in the truth and should always stay a big thing in the truth. We always taught, don't believe me, go search it for yourself. You know what I mean? And before you even get to that point, Salaki, I'm running y'all, but you're supposed to ask the Lord, Father, show me. Show, like you act like God is a dead man. God is alive. If you ask the Lord, show you, you're going to walk your way to the store and fall down in the trap door at the grocery store. And while they pulling you out, you're going to see a book on the shelf, Origins of a Black Man in the Bible. And you're going to reach for it, pull it out and say, oh my God. And you're going to know it was the Lord. Like, the Lord ain't dead. Or you're going to walk down the street, man, and walk past one of these camps and be like, them niggas again. And they going to say, what, with that scripture. And the Lord going to tell you, stop and listen. And you're going to stop. You know what I mean? Tons of brothers. Most of us came in that way.
Yeah.
Most of us came in, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I still got tapes of cats that's in the truth right now, captains who was arguing with me on the street. Fuck that bullshit you saying. That shit ain't none of that shit real. Nigga in here now. You know what I'm saying? I got tapes up. So what I'm saying is, like, we got to stop acting like God don't exist. He do exist. He's right here. Everything that's made around us is created by the Lord. Step up into the zone, ask the Father, and then question everything that's going on, fam. Y'all know what you're supposed to do. Salakia for running so hard. Was that it on it? Or do we have the other scripture or we good?
covered.
I think we covered. Okay, no sweat.
How U.S. Israel attacks on Iran threaten the Strait of Hormuz oil markets.
They said the oil's going up 10 cents a day, y'all. That means every 10 days it'll be up another $1.
Yeah.
It's already high. It's already 3 and change. It'll be 4 and change 10 days from now. Sit up there for 2 weeks, $5. 2 months, $10 a gallon. OPEC sitting back laughing. Woo, Trump, you dumb fuck. My friend. They're gonna be laughing at it. Getting as much as they can, $10 a gallon of oil at the pump. They up. I heard they up to 90. That's what I want to know. They up to $90 a barrel right now. Does anybody know how much it was before the war? Can we look that up? I want to know how much was a barrel before they bombed Iran. Because they said now it's up going up 10%. You know what I mean? So let's get it on. You done? Go ahead.
It said a standard barrel of oil, 42 gallons, has historically fluctuated, dropping to under $20 during the pandemic and rising over 90 by 2022.
Okay, so 90. So going into the war is pretty much the same, but it's steady rising according to them. $20 a barrel during the pandemic. Me either. You know, man, I've been storing up fuel at that point.
Probably because they just kept the price the same.
They just kept the price the same.
They just made the profits.
They just made the money off of thieves. Should have known. All right. So is that it? We moving on? Which one we on? About the barrels?
About the Strait of
Yes, let's keep going. Okay, Worthy Joshua said it was $72 a barrel before the war. So if that's the case, it done jumped to 90. That's a lot of cheddar. That's $18 a barrel right there. Up $18 a barrel. And at the pump, 10 cents a day. And I don't know, a lot of y'all ain't old as me. I'm damn near old as Methuselah. Feel 20, but been here since Methuselah been here. But let me tell you something. I was there during the I ain't gonna say what year. The gas crisis in the United States. You was there, that gas crisis, that was a little before y'all was a little, thank you.
that was during the Lincoln administration. Lincoln administration.
That's when they freed the slaves. So cool.
Let me tell you something. It is no joke. An oil crisis that jams up at the pump. If it ever goes down like it did back then, they were shooting people. They were shooting each other at the pump. I mean, literally. And some people were so bold that they would cut in on somebody else. And brother, a riot would break out in the gas station. They would turn that person's car over in the gas station for cutting in the line. If they didn't kill him, they turned that damn car over. So it was a serious crisis. And they was at war with. So if that happens again, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be a believer in electric cars. Electric cars going up to 100,000. 100,000, you're going to get a tiny electric car for $100,000. And you're going to be a believer in them electric cars. Because, brother, it is hell if they cut that oil off. I mean, the lines were, 3-4 blocks long out the gas station. You had to stay in that line. And then here was the worst. Sometimes the gas would get cut off, meaning they would run out. There was so many people, they just keep giving the gas until the gas run out. And now they got hundreds of people online. And of course, a riot break out. They tear the gas station to the ground. Because of course, they just stood in the line for 2-3 hours. And now you talking about you ain't got no gas.
Jesus Christ. They've been coming out to the gas station 2-3 days in a row and forget about it. And so it was hell. So if that ever comes about again, you can forget about it. And all countries, you know, when that happens, countries hoard the fuel for the military. That's what's happening in Cuba right now. Cuba is in a serious crisis where the military has to hoard the fuel in case they got to go to war. Because after Venezuela got taken over, now there's no more fuel coming into Cuba like they had before. They're trying to open up other lines and find other ways, but they having difficulty because everything is getting blocked, which means the economy starts to go down because, of course, once trucks stop moving, goods stop moving.
Right.
Once goods stop moving, people begin to starve. You know, society, that's the beginning of society's decline. The minute goods stop moving, the first thing you're going to see is viruses coming out, people getting sick, diphtheria and different things because there's nothing to sanitize anymore. There's no more, because nothing's being shipped in. So now once you run out of soaps and bleach and all that, which happens very fast because everybody needs it, and now you got no more ability to clean anything. So now you in a real jam. And then when things don't get shipped in, guess what? The water supply gets jammed up because they need to replace parts. They need chemicals to cleanse the water. So when them trucks stop, you can guarantee that water is getting ready to stop. And then, of course, there goes your electricity. There goes your gas. Before you know it, you back in the Stone Age trying to survive. And that's where that's going right now in Cuba. And it's going to be that way across the entire earth, given enough time. And as that happens, that's when you hold on to the Most High. That's when you remember these scriptures, remember these classes, remember these things that were said. Because the most powerful thing that you must not lose in any crisis is your spirit to stand in the crisis. The minute you get broken in the situation, then everything falls. But if you don't get broken, the chance of everything being fixed is always there. It's always there. But the minute you get broken, them chances are gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I yield. Salaki, I was wrong.
Go.
Israel intensifies war on Lebanon.
Go ahead, Salaki.
Sir. It says Israel intensifies war on Lebanon after Hezbollah attacks.
Which means, you know what that means, right? That means that they're gonna now have to fight on two fronts, depending on how armed Hezbollah is and how willing the Iranians are to arm Hezbollah. The Israelis are going to now have to fight Iran and fight Hezbollah in the north. It's two fronts. If they bring the Houthis in from the south, they'll have to fight on three fronts. So they definitely trying to quickly bring this to a stall so that they can, restore order. That's a lot of weight coming their way. It's a lot of weight coming their way. And brother, if any one of those Arab countries' government falls, the crisis is going to be serious. Don't think it can't happen. If one of them fall, the crisis is going to be serious. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Salaki. Y'all jump in anytime.
Yes, sir.
Please. If you have more, it's up to you, Yadai.
Britain base in Cyprus targeted and suspected drone attack.
Damn, they reached I was surprised. I reached all the way out to Cyprus and hit a British base.
But they said they got them long range missiles now.
I see that, but I didn't think they would reach that far.
Yeah, they said they got them.
But they went way over the top on that one and blew up a base in Cyprus. That means they got a lot of fire. They got some reach on them weapons. They got some serious reach on them weapons, man. And if they hold out, you never know. There's a lot of actors that got nuclear weapons. North Korea, Pakistanis, China, Russia.
Yeah.
That's a lot of possibilities right there. Somebody might smell blood in the water and pass them a nuke. Go on, handle your business. You know what I mean? And this thing could go all the way hot. Go ahead. It's going to do it anyway. It may not do it now, but it's going to do it eventually. Go ahead. How do we know it? Because the Lord said it's going to happen. That's how we know it. You know what I mean? And we've been listening to your experts for years, and they've been wrong about everything. Wrong about history, wrong about God, wrong about everything. So why would we listen to you now?
Yes, sir, they said that Donald Trump became president because he was going to stop all of these forever wars.
Right.
Yeah. That he was the one that was going to make sure that there was never a war in Iran.
Right.
That's what they said.
That's what they said.
And they've been having this video on repeat of him saying about Obama. He's starting wars in Iran. He's making these excuses.
Oh man, find that one. Go ahead, Mayak.
Yeah, and everything he doing now, he was checking Obama because he felt Obama was doing it then, but he doing it right now.
He know now. He know what it means to be in the seat. You in the seat. You don't do what you want to do. And how many times? That's once again. That's the beauty of the scriptures. You go through these scriptures, you see where many of the leaders in the past wanted to do A or B or C, and the Lord came in and did something different. Remember all those brothers and sisters that died in the Nile River because the Pharaoh wanted to kill Moses before he came about. All them brothers and sisters that died under Herod, you understand, in Israel under Herod, because he heard that Christ was being brought in the earth. You understand? So he saw these things, and many leaders wanted to do something about it. Like Haman, we in Purim right now, reading about when a great, powerful second in command sought to wipe out the children of Israel. And the Lord put it on a sister to get that bastard killed. Now, you sisters, you on the wrong page. You better get on the right page.
Right.
That sister got that heathen killed and got all the children of Israel saved. So they may want to do one thing, but you're going to do what the Lord wants you to do. And brother, his prophecy will come to pass, and there ain't nobody could get around that. Go ahead, Doc.
It says the United Kingdom's Royal Air Force Base in Oratori, Cyprus, has witnessed a suspected Iranian drone attack overnight.
The island UPK 144, you right. Haman would be a so-called Jew today, a small hat. He's correct because he was from that group. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sir. And the British Ministry of Defense said after the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, said the UK would allow the United States to use its bases to attack Iran. All the competent services of the Republic are on alert and are in full operational readiness, President Nikos Christodoulides said in a speech on Monday, adding that the type unnamed aerial vehicle caused minor damage when it crashed into the military facilities at 12:03.
Brother, they suffering casualties too. He's gonna have to explain that, especially in the wake of the and he even said it. If that tape is true, I don't know how true that tape is, where they claim he was arguing with the staff, and he was like, y'all know that tape, Mariah? You know that tape I'm talking about? That one where he says, I don't care what you do, start a war, do whatever. But if I go down, everybody's going down. Y'all ain't heard that tape? Brother, they got a tape they claim is him in the back office. And they said this is how you know it's true. Because when he came out, they said, Mr. President, your voice is kind of hoarse. And he turned around and said, yeah, because I was arguing with some people in the back because they was being stupid. And then they found the tape of when he was yelling at him. And he was like, I don't care what you do. I don't care. Fire somebody, start a war. I don't care, but I'm not going down. If I go down, everybody's going down. That's what he said. That if that was him making that statement, that's what they claim. So see if you find it, Mariah. If not, anybody out there know where it is, send me the link. Go ahead.
So I do got a video of him saying that if we just so happen to be in the war 3 years from now, there's no election. So there's no.
Damn.
He said that exactly.
Wow. Go on, play it. Go on, play it. That was heavy. the part where Trump.
No sound. I can.
You were there. You were there.
During the war, you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake.
You like this idea?
Yeah, no, this is
No.
Like he didn't even know that same fact. Like boy, oh boy, they're gonna be looking to get that thing. They're looking to end the elections out. They're looking to seriously set up dictatorship. And of course, we are totally unaware of what we should be aware as this thing is going on. They said it was no sound, no audio.
I put it on my app. Said it. I heard. I put the sound.
Oh, you was able to get it. Okay, so we done on that. All right, where we going, you die? Y'all want to jump in, anybody?
Okay. Pentagon, Trump warns more U.S. troops likely to die in Iran.
It's going to be bad. Yeah. It's going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be bad.
Hold up. So he said die in Iran?
Yep.
Three or two, I believe, already died. And so he's saying there's going to be more.
Monterey, big shout out to Monterey. Monterey got the tape for it. I'm going to send it to you right now on Messenger, Monterey, if I could. Huh?
Khan.
Y'all keep going.
Khan. Joint Chief Chairman Dan Kane said more troops are being sent to the region. Additional American troops are being sent into the Middle East as the joint U.S.-Israeli war against Iran enters its third day Monday, with the senior Pentagon officials warning that the death toll of Americans will likely rise as the conflict widens across the region.
Can you imagine, sir? Preachers told their sons to go join the military, the white man's military.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, after the Iraq war, I went and researched this today about how many millions of people died over a lie that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction.
Damn.
It just happened. A complete and total lie that there were nuclear weapons in Iraq. Saddam Hussein was hiding them somewhere in the desert, and they invaded that country, and countless people died. Millions of people died. And then they'll go do it again.
Yeah.
Which shows you that they have no regard for life, man.
Right.
Like they don't care about people.
Right.
They don't care about human beings, because for the life of me, after Iraq, after you already went and invaded a country on a lie,
right.
You believe so strongly that they had weapons of mass destruction. Your intelligence from the Israeli government guaranteed they had weapons of mass destruction. That's another video you can find of Benjamin Netanyahu saying that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. He was going around America to conferences and speaking engagements, telling everyone that you must invade Iraq. Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. You invaded Iraq, and there was nothing there, and your sons didn't come home, and your daughters didn't come home. And to do it again, you'd have to be Epstein list cruel to do it again. Like to just go say, I'm doing it one more time. The war in Iraq, I think, is still happening.
Yes.
I think it's
they
right now.
They're trying to push into the green zone right now.
Yeah, I think it never ended. Like
That's
it's
right.
going on for 25 years. And then to do it again, that's because someone is in charge who is immoral. He is Epstein list level immoral.
Damn.
So, sir.
They said his name is mentioned in the Epstein list more than Christ in the Bible.
That's what they said.
Look, Jimmy Kimmel called it the Trump Epstein file.
Right. Tony D said, didn't Trump say only suckers die in the army? Yes,
That's
he
what
did.
he said.
And didn't he trash
John
McCain?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
John McCain did 5 years in a concentration camp. Can't even lift his arm off, did it for America. He called John McCain a sucker.
Yes, he did.
Damn, that's why his daughter came up against it.
Yeah.
Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it.
Not releasing the Epstein files. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care what you do. Start a fucking war. Just don't let him get out. If I go down, I will bring all of you down with me.
No, I don't think so. Muhammad said they don't think it's real. They think it's AI, huh? You was gonna say something? Muhammad like, nah, no way. Couldn't be.
There's a little sound in
You
there.
can tell the
Something.
sound, right, was letting you know that it was not real.
I mean, shit, the things Trump just says at a press conference is ridiculous enough.
That's true.
I mean, he can go in front of the camera and say that thing about John McCain. He just said that.
He just did not.
He just said he was a loser, and that's why he got captured. I like winners. I don't like John McCain.
Right.
He said that right in the camera.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
He didn't care.
He said he likes soldiers that don't get captured.
That's what he said.
Good night, man.
And he's a draft dodger.
Right.
A 5-time draft dodger.
5 times.
And they still voted for him. And now their sons are going to die on foreign soil. That should be a white job. Like there should be no blacks or Hispanics that do that job.
Right. And let me tell you something, Mark. That's another thing. Iran is known for kidnapping Americans. That's what they're known for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what they don't want is, them coming in and, starting to, you know what I'm saying?
An act of terrorism already happened.
That's right.
Already
I heard
in
some
Texas. Yeah, some
Hamite, right? Already started with it.
And America been scared of Iran for a long time. I remember way back in the day, we was young behind it. Back to the Future, they was Iranians that shot up that professor who stole their uranium. You know what I'm saying?
They shot up what?
So they was like, it's a professor who went back to the future and that show, I forget, Michael, whatever his name, got the medical issues now.
Oh, damn.
Michael J. Fox, right? Back to the Future. Them was Iranians that professor stole that uranium from to build that car to go back to the future. And so America been pushing them Iranians way back then, like they shot them up and killed them in the movie. So they was considered like big killers and hitmen back then. America was scared of them.
I better stay out of there.
He died.
We good? I think I lost my whole chat room. Y'all good?
I
Oh,
still
no,
got it,
I
though.
got mine. I got it back. Yeah, man.
Russia condemns U.S.-Israel strikes on Iran.
If I could, sir, and that's how World War III starts. Like the U.S. went and did something that now draws every country on the planet Earth into this conflict in the Valley of Decision.
Yep.
Conflict in the Middle East. And so now, of course, Russia has to side with the Iranians. North Korea has to side with the Russians. South Korea has to side with the Americans. And that's how you start World War III.
And what's really heavy is they're even calling it World War III. Like I never heard the nations talk about World War III like they knew what this was. And and these are nations that don't even believe in the Bible.
That's right.
But they calling it World War III like they know this is what's getting ready to go down. Let's read it. Joel 3rd chapter. Can we do it? We can finish up with this. Again, man, big shout out to everybody that celebrated the Feast of Purim. The grace and mercy of the Lord is an amazing story. You definitely have to check it out. And once again, we living it right now as we come into the end and getting ready to get into this kingdom of heaven, man. So this is so the right time and right spirit, man, for the ISUPK. You've done well, Israel. You've done well. Hold the reins, man. You ain't been perfect, but you've been great. And you keep holding the reins, man. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. And the worse they get towards us and the worse it gets, the greater we become. That's what the Lord said. The more they afflicted the children of Israel, the more we multiply, the greater we became. And that thing is going to happen once again. You know what I mean? So, Justin Nichols, man, what are you talking about? Go ahead, let's get it on. Yes, sir.
If I may, brother had a question in the chat.
Please, come on with it.
He said, brother at William T. He said, I would like to bless Commanding General Yohana and the generals with bottles of my homemade moonshine at the Passover.
Good night. Knock somebody off their feet with that, brother. We'll see you Passover night, warrior. Wow. Appreciate that, man. Let's raise up the brotherhood and sisterhood in that Passover, this Passover week. It could be our last. You never know. You better get yours in now. I don't know after this. You know what I mean? I can't guarantee. You know what I mean? I'll be glad to stop giving Haas this humongous budget for it. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait till he come to me. We doing a Passover? Nah, we out of here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? God. That's right. Oppression does make a wise man angry. Come on with it, y'all. What we doing? Let's do it.
Come, sir. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather also all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And when he say, I'm going to gather again the captivity of Judah and Israel, meaning he's going to end our captivity. And that's how you know we in the Third World War. You so dumb, those of you that can't see it because you don't know the scriptures. The Lord is going to bring us back from this captivity we in. Then he said he would do what? He would, like the main sign of us coming back is what? Read the second half of that verse.
Khan, sir. When I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Judah and Jerusalem. Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations.
At the same time, he going to gather all nations. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And the valley of Jehoshaphat is in the southern part of Israel, like not full south, but on the southern half, but right close to the middle of Israel is the valley of Jehoshaphat. And that's where they kept the horses that it was known. It was almost like a bunch of stables and stuff like that. And those stables were full of horses because they used those horses for war. And so now the Lord is saying, I'm going to gather them together down into this valley. I'm gonna gather them to the heart of their weaponry. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And we'll plead with them.
And what?
And we'll plead with them.
And the Lord's way of pleading ain't like you plead. Like you pleading like, please, man, please. That ain't how the Lord plead. When the Lord plead, he blow up your whole city.
Yes, sir.
And then he say, can you please let my people go? While you bleeding and falling apart, you be quick to listen to what the Lord said, especially Israel. Many times we came up against the Lord, and the Lord let us get destroyed. And then we was crying on to the Most High. That's the Lord's way of pleading. He don't plead like a man plead. With terror on you. Go ahead. Daniel called him the terrible one.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan. There will plead with them there for my people. And for my heritage, Israel.
That's right. He's going to plead for his people, us, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, and for his heritage. Meaning he's going to plead that you allow his people to have their heritage, that you allow them to have the history of themselves being Israel, and you're going to do it. The reason you're going to do it is because he's going to bring hell down on this earth. And when he say, these are my people, can they have their identity? You're going to say, hell yeah. You're going to say, yes, you can have your identity. We was wrong for stopping you. Go ahead.
Khan. Whom they have scattered among the nations.
Whom they scattered among the nations. And yes, we scattered. But he's going to get his heritage back. We're going to be a nation again of all 12 tribes. Go ahead.
And parted my land.
And did what?
And parted my land.
We ain't in our land. They parted our land. Why? Right. Because we went into captivity. But now the Lord said, I'm going to bring them back from that captivity and plead for their heritage. You understand? Well, because now we all parted all over the earth. We in every kind of religion. That's why I said about being a Muslim and a Christian and a lot. Some of you following the white Jews. You following their religion and all these different religions.
Mm-hmm.
You following their religions because you've been scattered into their empire, which is why it should be natural to you to search out your identity. Find out who you are. Why are these brothers screaming and yelling every day about us being the chosen? Like, I mean, just carnally,
choosing to be the chosen people is the worst decision we could ever make. We should have became Muslims. We should have became Christians, man. Why the hell we take being an Israelite when nobody wants to be an Israelite, and the so-called Jew don't want us to be an Israelite either? Like, we had to take on the worst identity known on this earth, but that's still the greatest identity. Why? Because it's the truth. And the truth got to prevail regardless of how much is hated. Right. Regardless of how much men and women come against it. The truth must prevail. And you must be a person of truth. Check your cameras. Go ahead. Read on.
Khan. And they have cast lots for my people.
And they cast lots, meaning they sold us for nothing. Nobody else on this earth has been sold and still have not been restored. Nobody. When they overthrow another nation, you see them already talking contracts and all that to build these other countries up. They'll build these countries up. They ain't got no problem with it. Right. But when it comes to you, you never get built up. You never get the due that you're supposed to have. Go ahead.
Khan. And I've given a boy for a harlot.
Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
And that's exactly what they did in the Epstein file. That's right. Young man sold a girl for a harlot. Went and raped them young girls, raped them little babies. And young man and sold a boy for a bottle of wine, meaning they profited off of us. That's right. They profited off of us in every way that they wanted to. The sports arena, the music, the entertainment, the movies, every way they can, academics, everything. They profit off of us. They fill their pockets off of our young, strong black men. Fill up the prisons, get rich. Get them to kill each other, get rich. Use us every way they can to get paid. Sold a boy for wine. That don't describe nobody else in the earth but us. Go ahead, Ak.
Khan. Verse 4. Yea, and what they have to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon.
Right, and what do they have to do with the Lord? Those different countries and that have come into the Lord's chosen land. Right now, Hezbollah is running Tyre and Sidon. The Syrian leader was run out the country. What's his name? Balashad, I think it is. He's been moved out the country. But another set of Arabs run the land. But that land belongs to the true chosen people of the Lord. And it's fitting what is going on right now in the Middle East. It's fitting because it's a desecration of what they tried to erect. They tried to take a Caucasus nation, a bunch of cave dwellers, bring them down, change their names, and fill the chosen people of the Lord's land with these people and try to establish them as the people and have everybody looking at them and have everybody, having mercy on them like they're the chosen people. It was hypocrisy, man. And the Lord said, no, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. You sit up there and try to be the Lord's chosen, I'm going to make hell in the land. And there's a scripture, you ain't got to get it, but there's a scripture in the Old Testament that tells you how the Assyrians tried to take us out the land and tried to bring in implants in the land. Oh, yeah. But they went in there and had hell trying to do that. So the Syrians told them, take back some of the children of Israel and bring them back to the land so they can show you how to live in this land, because this is a peculiar place, this land of Israel. But they don't dare say that you're the chosen. And it don't matter anyway, because the Lord said, do not go back over there. The Lord is about to make that place a horrible place. Them brothers and sisters back in the 60s that went down to Dimona and established themselves down there, that was a horrible mistake to make. Those brothers are right now fighting in the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. Right. Those brothers and sisters are losing their lives and dying for the empire that has their identity. And worst of all, they came there knowing that the small hats had their identity. Right. Like the brothers and sisters in Dimona they weren't asleep to who they were. They just listened to a brother that carried them into that land and never prepared them for what's happening now. And so the so-called small hats came in, and now all their sons and daughters have to go into that military. And if they die, they dying for so the wrong reason.
dying is such a hypocrisy that what they would die for if they died over there. Like you're gonna go look. You talk about a stupid leader. I'm gonna tell you straight up, that brother was a dumbass. You're gonna send your people down into the land with the people that hate you and stole your identity. Never gave you citizenship. He was there since the 60s. And he didn't get citizenship to the day he died. They didn't give him citizenship. They gave a couple people citizenship and all that, and then later on they gave others citizenship. But they held that thing off from all of them at one time, damn near up until I think the 90s, maybe the 2000s. Then first of all, I wouldn't be, how you gonna be the chosen people coming back to your land and beg people who stole your land to give you some citizenship? You don't understand the Bible. The Lord don't like a weak man. You understand? He said, let the weak say I am strong. You don't understand the God you serve. The scriptures call him the terrible God. Well, why they call him so terrible? Because that's how vicious he is when you let evil reign in the earth.
Right.
And he's going to be just as vicious, more vicious than any nation that's set up on this earth. He's going to know how to be more vicious. So he's going to get ready to get his thing on. When he get his thing on, you ain't going to even want to know who the Lord is. Just like we didn't want to know when Moses told us, y'all better back the hell up. We like, Moses, you better get the hell out of our way. We're going to talk to God ourselves. He's going to have to explain himself, why he got us out here in this wilderness. And Moses said, no problem. He got out the way. And when the Lord came through, he said, you know what, Moses, we think we want to talk to you. We want to talk to you. I think that's a good idea. You had a good idea right there, brother. We're going to go back to that good idea. Because we don't learn. We learn the hard way. So that was a mistake to take those brothers and sisters over there and make them subject onto them. And now them brothers is fighting the IDF. You should hear real prophets of God. This is like school of UPK. This is where they exist at. Go ahead, Marah.
Slocky, sir. I got one more story, if I may. So there's a brother named Bandman Kivo, right? That's what he called himself. He's a influencer, right? He teaches credit online. He's a brother. So he from Chicago. He got rich, using credit, different things. He lives in Miami, right? This brother took a vacation to Dubai. The day he go to leave, the thing got bombed.
Come on, man.
I got the video footage.
He's stuck over there?
He's stuck over there.
With the bombs?
Yep.
Right. Night. And furthermore, if I can say something on that, Salakia, we might run over a couple minutes, y'all. Or we already over a couple minutes. Y'all hang with me for just a few seconds.
Damn right, John.
Murad, if you didn't, they heard you, right, Murad?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something, man. That's another thing. You running over there trying to go to Dubai. You know what they doing in Dubai, man, to sisters? They have a practice in Dubai where those Arabs take a black woman, make her dance, and then lay her down on the ground while they defecate on her. That's what they do in Dubai. And them sisters go over there, they pay them $10,000, $15,000, $50,000, whatever, but they rape their dignity from them women. You understand? Like, you don't understand, because you've been over here a slave in America, you don't understand that you should always want to get away from being a slave. You should always be seeking to be with your people, not with the other nations. Like, white people know how to come together when they got problems. You see how they came together under Trump, changed the whole country in no time. Became the most racist white people like overnight. They come together to help themselves against anybody else. The Lord got to make laws for you to do it. Because if he don't make no laws, you'd love every dog that came running down the street. And the Lord said not to. You going to Dubai. Over there in Dubai, the Arabs got a thing where they love young Arab boys. I brought this up the other night. I forgot the name. They call them child boys, I think. Where they have these wicked parties. Damn near a woman is only for procreation in many cases. Homosexuality is rampant. They got you thinking that these are extreme clerics. They do that for the propaganda. They do that so you can feel like, oh, this is some crazy religion that got them acting this way. So we need to go to war with them. Them Arabs over there, man, buying little boys and prostituting and raping and robbing and doing everything you see right over here in this Western land. And you need to recognize that and see that and make sure that you ain't putting them and their religion in some light like it's something special. You know what I mean? Dubai is filled with all kind of amazing lights, amazing buildings, and amazing restaurants and casinos and all that. And you fly over there, spend your hard-earned money, pour it into them, and act like it's something great when they doing evil things to your daughters, to your sisters, man. You understand? And let me tell you something. If you want to understand why them Arabs went off the way they did, pull up punch into YouTube, Iran in the 70s, and they'll pull that thing up, brother. And Iran in the 70s, brother, them women was in mini skirts looking like $2 hoes running around Iran. Iran was like a Paris party place, eggs and everything walking up and down the street. And they came in there with that religion that God let them go into their world. And they went into their world, brother, and pulled that religion out and shut all that down over there. Now, did it mean they stopped it all? Hell no. They heathens. They ain't gonna never be the righteous people. But now you supposed to turn around and walk on the side of the righteous, not on the side of the wicked and on the side of the evil. You understand? So does that answer his question? I hope it did. I mean, I ran for a little bit on. Right? We got anything else? We out of here? Anybody? Come on, you want to make a comment? I want to thank the heavy hitters for coming through with me, doing it like we do on this wonderful Purim night. Big shout out to General Muhammad up in the building right here. Getting it on, man. And you get him up there, Marah. Big shout out to Monica Allah. Big shout out to General Monica Allah. Salati, General. Up in the building, man, holding it down, doing this thing with us. Big shout out to Hazayan. Up in the building, man, holding it down, throwing it down with us. Got the heavy hit crew up in here. Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibada, y'all, Officer McCum, y'all. Up in the building, man. Got my main man in the back there, holding it down. What's going on, Warriors? Also up in here with us tonight, man. I'm Commander General Yohana. I got the helm, baby. And I see you in Passover. Get it on, Hebrew.
Yeah.